What's up, everybody? Back with another video. St. Louis, Missouri. Live and direct. Sorry, a little late, but you know, y'all know how it goes. What's good, Blink, Angel, Fake Mike, Real News in the house. Hitachi, what's good, Hitachi? Who else we got in here? My brother Cuts, G. Cole, Richard Quinn, 2A Productions. Who else? Bend Over. Shout out to Bend Over. Groveland Girl, J. True. Happy 420, y'all. Coffee Girl. Pay attention to this road real quick. About to hit the highway. We just grab some grub. This weird ass building right here. Shout out to Purple Beats on the beats. Subscribe to Purple Beats. That is we got it. Purple BEATZZ. That is my son. So shout out to Purple Beats, giving y'all the dope vibes. Damn. So shout out to Purple Beats. We're in St. Louis. We in St. Louis. Wish we could have been in Dallas. You know, a lot more people showed up out in Dallas. That was beautiful. Shout out to all the people who went out of their way and, you know, drove the opposite way down there. I would have, but I gotta get back, unfortunately, but it would have been even longer if I would have went down that way. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Drive me crazy. That is better. So again, subscribe to Purple Beats if you like the beats, and also boom, shout out to my man in the corner over there.
Oh yeah.
Fake Mike, you already know.
Fake Mike's in timeout.
Fake Mike, Real News. Good brother right here, man.
Just put in the chat, sub to Purple Beats. I put the link in there, open up another tab. Give the young man a sub.
Yeah. You know, we all got to support each other. We all family. Like I said, man, it's been a pleasure to, you know, link up with my brother again. And, yeah, man, this is what this video is going to be about. I'm going to flip it around, though. I mean, no, we're going to keep it like this. So,
share the feed, y'all. Share the feed. Share the feed.
Yeah, share the feed. What's good, Trey? What's good? Hey, it's Trey. What up, Jared Bradley versus the world? Angel, of course. Shout out to Angel. Traveling home safe. Sean Zander, what's good? Oh, man. So, what's up, everybody? Man, I don't even know where to start. You know, honestly, I don't even know where to start. It's been one hell of an experience. And, man. Hold on, guys. I got to pay attention to getting on this highway before I miss. You guys know I drive live and I tend to miss the fucking turns and shit. Going out of my way. I mean, remember one time I went out of my way like 2 hours doing a live stream. 2 hours. That was a bad one, but it was meant to be. So, like I said, I don't know where to start. It was it was a beautiful experience, man. Shout out to everybody who came out. Shout out to Zach for putting it together. And, man, if y'all didn't make it, you know, next time, you know, honestly, next time, there shouldn't be no excuses, man. Like, this is the thing. There should be at some point it comes to a point where there's not even an excuse. You know, I mean, I get it. People might be sick, shit like that. I mean, I get it. There are excuses, but, you know, that's a beautiful ass skyline. Oh, look at that skyline. That's a dope skyline. I think I might leave it this way. In case I want to hug Will or something. I don't want you guys to see it. No, I'm just fucking
Little road love. We've been drinking some road sodas, so you never know.
But
gets lonely out on the road, guys. Don't judge.
But yeah, man. For me, you guys know me, man. Honestly, if you got to be in the hospital. You know, I mean, you got to be in bad shape not to have excuse. That's just me, because there really ain't no excuse at this point. Because honestly, you see where this whole shit is headed. You know, I'm not doom and gloom, but we got to face the reality is, let's like yesterday the motherfucker said mask mandate for the airplanes lifted. I knew damn well they're playing possum. Today they're talking about they're trying to reverse the shit from a federal, you know, the game with us, because they're going to come back with it hard as ever. All right, hard as ever. So that being said, there's no excuse, man, for coming together. And September 11th, you know, we're definitely going to do that again. That's 100%. Zach's already put it out there. You know, Will's already put it out there. You know, I'm going to be there. But I do believe that there should be more things in between while we can. You know what I mean? There should be more. It should be, honestly, it should be once a month. You know? It really should. It should be one in May. It should be one in June. It should be one in July. And then it should be a big one. I mean, it should be one in August. And it should be a giant one in, you know, September 11th. You know? And that's how it should go. Because we got to come together, make bonds. There was a lot of people that made a lot of bonds and connections and, you know, exchanging information, numbers, you know, certain things people are doing, you know. And this is what we got to do, because most of us don't have family. I mean, let's face it, most of us don't have family. You know, most of us are outcasted. Most of us are, you know, the black sheep. Most of us are the crazy, the crazy conspiracy, whatever label they got in their head for mainstream, that's what we are. So no matter how much they love us, all right, they in the back of their mind, we're that crazy motherfucker, no matter how much they love us. So sorry I can't really read the comments, but Will be on the comments from time to time, and if you want to blurt something out, Will, feel free.
Yeah,
and,
I would also just wanted to say while you were saying that, it's when you tell me about this, I was like, is it a protest?
What I said,
like,
no,
it's not a protest. And the thing is, like, a lot of times people think, oh, you got to yell and scream, or you got to hand out information to people that don't want to hear, and that's awkward, or you got to be social people. First of all, to protest, you don't even have to do that. You could just be there. And
right.
You don't even have to hold a sign. You can just be there to support.
And to add to that note, I think we were pretty effective without a sign.
Yeah.
We were pretty effective without a sign, just by the energy we carried with together. And this is what it's all about. If y'all been on my channel, I've been talking about this 100% for months and months. When we come together, it's going to be like something that people have never seen before. Not about the look, but it is about the look. It's about the energy. People pick up on energy. And when people see and feel that, they're going to gravitate towards it. They're going to wonder. They're going to be confused. And that's all. Honestly, I'm an observer. I spend most of my time observing. I'll talk to people. Oh, shit. Did I go the right way? Yeah, hopefully I did. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I'm an observer, and I'm a feeler of energy. And what I observed from people looking at us, from the police to people watching us to, being at the, just in the community at the festival, people were like scratching their head, and they had this dumbfounded look like, who are these people? Because they saw all colors, all different styles. They just saw everything, and they didn't see the mainstream narratives. They didn't see the flags. They didn't see the, whatever other rhetoric they got. They didn't see American flags. They didn't see, people yelling and screaming and acting crazy. They didn't see none of that, And by holding that energy, we didn't even have to go up to anybody. Guess what? Everybody came up to us. People just came up to us. Basically, everybody that was, if they were stopped, like somebody said, hey, look, like there was this brother that was from OKC, was like, hey, look, this is this guy, that's that guy. And, we stopped, they would stop and give a smile. And, there wasn't like, some people didn't talk, but the majority stopped and, they said who they were and, gave smiles and kept it moving. I didn't see a middle finger. Me personally, I didn't see a middle finger. I didn't see all that shit, when you're out there and you're doing this and, you middle fingers and fuck you and you crazy and I hope you die of COVID and all that other crazy shit. I hope you get COVID and die, like there wasn't none of that. It was love. People were coming up and just like, honestly, they were amazed and they felt good. As soon as they came around us, they could feel the energy. They felt welcome. They felt, it was amazing, man. And I told you guys for months that this was going to happen. When we came together, the energy we hold is going to affect others. I mean, just look at the world for the past 2.5 years and your 6 feet in your muzzle. They know this. This is why they don't want us to do this. And that's why it's so effective. The most effective thing we could do at this point right now, fighting back, is sharing information. Is still do what do, but get together. Because that glitches the entire matrix. Get together. That's it. It's like the trucker convoy. No matter what anybody says about it, it's creating energy, positive energy, and vibes.
That's kind of just the point I was going to make is like, you don't even have to go out there. I'm not knocking anybody, but you don't have to go out there and be a trucker and talk about this. You don't have to talk about gematria. You don't have to talk about the stuff I talk about or even like vibes or anything. Stuff that, yeah, right, the Matrix talks about. You could just go out there. We did it a bunch. we need to get back to doing it. But we would just go to a random park or just a dirty ass city in the hood and just all wear the same shirt or different shirts and start picking shit up off the ground, carrying trash bags and walking through that shit. And you're building community at the same time, and you're also like, people are coming up to you like, oh, what's going on? What's up? And you don't even have to have no signs or nothing, just out there cleaning shit up, and then you meet people, and that's how you do it. Or just, we used to do giveaways all the time. Rise of Lemurs used to do giveaways of all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they just walk through the hood and to the streets with their books and shit. You know, you don't have to go out there yelling and screaming. Is what the point is, to meet like-minded people and strike up conversations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can be socially awkward too. Like it is awkward a lot of times too. Like just asking random strangers questions. What do you think about this? Or hey, have you ever heard about this? You know what I'm saying? But you ain't even gonna do all that.
Right. So again, you know, I mean, it has to be more. The most effective thing now is doing stuff like this, is still doing everything we're doing, but creating dates. It's like, look, let's go to this. I get it. You know, I get it. You know, it's hard for some people, but at some point we gotta make a choice and be like, look, man, I'm gonna take this little bit of time off from work and just go and just, you know, if you about this life, I mean, at some point you got to do it. You know what I mean? And then when you do it, you realize it was the best thing you could ever do. Nothing could take that away from you because of what you're getting out of it, and the purpose. Actually, the purpose, you start to see the purpose of life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like, wow, like this could actually be done. Like, you know, some people are alone. You know, when you come in, you're like, it's like family. That's why it was hard to part from people. During that little bit of time, you know, it was kind of like, yo, like, damn, I got to leave my sister, my brother, and it's like, yo, you know, we got to go back to the fucking matrix and go back to the shithole. Some of us got to go back. Some people are in a fucked up relationship. Some people are in fucked up situations. You got to go back to that shit. We got to go back to our slave jobs, you know, where we got to pay to live. We got to go back to, you know, all the bullshit, you know? And it's kind of like, damn, you know? It's like you can see that if we actually came together, we'll be more powerful, we'll be more happy, and, you know, shit can get done. You know, the support, just the little microcosm of us together, the support was amazing. Like, everybody helping each other. Everybody made sure everybody was straight. Everybody helping out. Like, yo, the shit was... It was beautiful, man. And, man, it was everything that I hoped for, wished for, thought of, and then some. It was like 10 times more than what I even thought it would be. You know what I mean? And, you know, this is what I've been... anybody that's been rocking out with me, you guys know I've been talking about this. And I know Angel, a couple other people, Rock Out Harley, said the same thing. It's like, you know, it's like you knew this was coming, because this is where we got to come. This is where we have to be. You know, they got us on these third-party devices where we're separate. You know, we do connect through these devices, but it's not the real way energy works. And when you come together, you see it. Like we went to, you know, all these places. You know, we went to the 420 Cafe. You know, that was beautiful.
Shout out to 420 Cafe.
Shout out to 420.
OKC.
Yo, shout out to 420 Cafe. Beautiful people, family business, black-owned business. You know, they welcome us with open arms, man. They bent over backwards for us. They loved it, man. They will never, ever, ever forget us. And if you guys ever go to OKC or pass through there and go through there, just say, remember the big group? They're going to be, oh, yeah. I mean, these people are amazing. And this is why I like the lifestyle that I live by eating natural, is because you do meet a lot of people like this. And I travel a lot, and you do create some type of, like, family bond. You know what I'm saying? The fuck is this truck, like, flashing before you just go around me? You do create, like, family bonds, friendly bonds with these businesses, you know? And you know, by us all going there and showing love, you know, they show love back, man. It was just a beautiful feeling, you know. Even the guy that did the tours came back to like the energy.
Yeah,
was
that
just,
was crazy.
The
I didn't
energy
think about
was,
that.
The energy was just working, man. The energy was just working. It was flowing. Everywhere we go, everything was synced up. It was just, hey, man, it was just, I can't even explain it, man.
People pulling crystals out of every
Oh,
switch
yeah.
place,
You know,
what I'm
like,
saying?
the bartender was like, "Oh, I like your necklace," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know, it's she was like, is that Labrador?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I love crystals and stuff." I'm like, "Me too." She's like, "Yeah, I got some on me right now," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me see yours." She went in her bra, pulled 2 crystals out of each side. I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I went in my pants. Well, I mean, in my pocket, and I had 2 crystals, one on one side and one on the other, and I was like, boom. She was like, oh my God.
A portal opened and they both simultaneously vanished.
Right. it was like, and that was a bartender at the place we went to, and it was like the synchronicities that you know you are on the right path, moving in the right energy when shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much, man. You know, like even Zach was saying, like, yo, the same names, you know, the calling and texting at the same time. They're from the same area. He's like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm like, you know, this is just how it works. Shout out to the 2 angels, you know. Me and Will had the opportunity to rock out with the angels, you know. We rocked out together the whole time. And, you know, we had 2 angels in our corner, you know, and shout out to them. Because they had 2 GODs in their corner, so we was all good, man. It was just beautiful. I don't even know what else to say, you know, about that. Words can't express it, you know. And I honestly think we had a certain energy in OKC that place needed. You know what I mean? They needed that. You know, just like 420 Cafe, I think they needed that, like, boost, like, you know, that it's just something, you know, I don't know, I can't explain it.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I'll do my best to rant and rave about it. But no, it's like, you know, it's mad corny, but smiles are contagious. You ever have like a messed up day and then someone says something really nice to you, like, damn, yo, you look fresh today, or you know what I'm saying? That's like, damn, I was having a bad day until the person in front of me bought my coffee or paid for my toll on the toll booth. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn. So when, like Cannabis said, when my brother stands next to me, the energy expands collectively. The world was never ready to me. So when some small Bible Belt place, you're already carrying your own energy. But when we go to this place, we're 30, 40, 50, 70 deep, and we're all on some positive energy trying to spread truth. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about ideas, not people. That's amplified. And, you know, that's unusual for, it's like a humongous smile. It's like a humongous compliment, a humongous hug. You know, there was dudes out there hugging AR owner people. It was about love. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's honestly one of the things, and I'll shut up on this little rant here, but you know, something that made a lot of sense to me was when I was told, you know, one of the major things we can do, because I always ask for solutions, and I understand this is psychological. A lot of this is psychological, and one of the reasons people will fall for ideologies, and I'm not saying there's not any validity in any of these ideologies, but why someone will become a Democrat or a Republican or a Christian or a Muslim or fall into one of these belief systems, one of these cult belief systems, is because they don't have self-confidence. They don't have self-confidence in themselves. The world is a cold, messed up place, and we're really low on love. And that's why, like, we you know, it's good to try to spread that, because when it's not about telling these fools facts, it's about building up people's self-confidence. How do you build up people's self-confidence? Through love. These people destroy our self-confidence. They make the girls, you know, want to be sluts, and they're never pretty enough, and they're never good enough, and they have to be material and be objectified. And the guy, oh, you never got enough money, you know, you're never as tough as, well, that's one of it. Now it's, you're not as depressed and suicidal and emo. But whatever it is, the conditioning, you don't have self-confidence, you're not good enough. I mean, that's what this is. The TV, Kardashians, all that, you're constantly comparing your life to other people's lives, and that's a good way to lose self-confidence. But the best way to build self-confidence is to love people, and that's what we need to do. And I want to apologize too for falling short on that a number of times, because I'm not all, I'm doing this because I love people, but in the course of doing this, it doesn't always come out the right way.
Right, but your intentions are good.
But that's the point is, man, I'm telling this to myself more than anybody. That's what we need to do. And that's why, The Matrix is saying right now, share the video if you're just joining us, is important, is because, like, these people, we were talking about this week, like, these people come together at the Bilderberg Group, the World Economic Forum, yada yada, you already know the clan, and they discuss stuff all the time, and they discuss negative stuff, and they have control of pretty much the entire infrastructure of the world, and that includes the media, the food supply, the water supply, and so on and so forth. And when you have a bunch of negative psychopaths controlling the structure of the world, you're going to have a lot of negative vibrations. But darkness cannot exist if even a speck of light enters a room.
Right.
So what we went and did, because I didn't even know before this, Zach and Gematria Effect News. I heard of Gematria. I didn't even know it, but I'm like, yo, these are people, they're activists, they want to do something, they're out here in the real world. But that's the thing, you want to get together. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a rally, don't have to be a protest, but we've got to start getting together in these groups. And I guess I always say one last thing, or the final thing I'll say, that's like my catchphrase. But, there have been studies that show correlation, because correlation is not causation, but they've done these experiments where, when people get together and meditate and focus on things and come together, there's a correlation between lowered crime and more positivity. So, I mean, we start doing this, and don't wait for us. Don't wait for us. Just go out in your own neighborhood. Just make a Facebook event, city cleanup. Well, we're going to spend 2-3 hours walking through the streets picking shit up.
Or just go walk around, pass out information, wake people up. And I mean, try to wake people up, engage in conversation, wear a shirt, that attracts people's attention, and it's all about striking a conversation and getting out. We can't do anything by being inside the square feet that contain our energy, which is our prison, our house. They've conditioned, unfortunately, some people to say, no, it's too crazy out there, I don't want to go out. Right where they want you, your house out the fucking way. You're where they want you. See me, I've known that, and I'm not like that. I get it. Some people don't like to get out, but hey, contribute in another way. Share it. Love it. But I mean, if you want change, you got to fight. You can't fight sitting wishing. You know what I'm saying? And fighting is nothing to do with physical violence or anything. It's just fighting. It's coming together. Positive love is fighting. That's why sometimes things could sound harsh, sound negative, but guess where it comes from? A place of love, because they're trying to strike a chord in somebody to wake them up, like giving them information. And then it may be direct, it may be vulgar, but it's out of love, it's not out of hate. It's because, listen, man, you got to wake the fuck up. There's a train coming, and you're literally about to get hit by the fucking train with your shoes tied to the track. Like, it's almost to a point where you ain't even gonna get off the fucking track, So, again, shout out to everybody who came. That shit was amazing. I do wish I could have went to Dallas and met some more people, but it's just, hey, it works out like it did. So it was even better, because the people that had to go home, more people came. So it was like the energy was still there. I watched some of the live stream. Not Tachi, but Neo the Hacker came down. A couple other people came down. That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, the energy was still coming. And Zach made it his business to drive out of his way to go down there. And a couple other people, I know Sean did. And what's the other name? Was it Tim?
Which one?
Tim, who was it? Tim, Sean, Tim.
I was looking at the comments. Sorry, kind of spaced
Oh,
out.
that also went down there to Dallas. I know Sean went. I know both Angels went.
Yep.
Who's the other one? Tim. Was it Tim, the one that rode with us for a minute?
Sean.
Sean. Oh, he's Sean too?
Yep.
Oh,
Sean
both
too,
Seans.
Yep. Sean.
Okay. Sean 1 and 2.
Sean 1 and 2.
And then there was other people there. You
Yep.
know, you guys seen the video. I mean, that was just more energy coming. You know, and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And like I said, man, it was more than a success. It may not have looked like we got the message out on the internet because the beautiful is, you know what? You guys know, you've been on my channel. They delete that shit. When the energy is too strong, it gets deleted. It's, you know why? Because it's not supposed to be on YouTube. It's just
too raw for YouTube. I know.
I forgot what I did before, but I said it before because I've done some videos like that where there was nothing but positive, beautiful shit being captured. Is because that's what it's basically like a push for you guys. You can't see it. It's for you to get out there. This is what I did. Yes, this is what I said before. They delete. That was deleted. You know, whatever they said it was. They told Zach's was like copyright for something. Mine was medical misinformation. I didn't talk about shit. I wasn't talking about no medical misinformation. But anyways, nonetheless, they deleted the shit. Right? It was because the energy was so powerful. The energy said, you know what? Nah, they're supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's a kick to you guys that, you know what? We want to be there. You know, it's just, oh man, it was just so, I wish we could have had all that stream of that whole thing. But there was a guy there who was documenting a lot of the stuff. So hopefully, you know, we can get some of that footage you guys can see. You know, and then as always, you can go to Fake Mike Real News because there was a lot of stuff going on simultaneously together. You know, he was still doing his thing, you know, owning the news, owning with the mayor.
The mayor, yeah.
The mayor.
Confronted the mayor.
He confronted the mayor. You know, that'll be up soon. The guy that bullied Zach, we may have the video still, but he got up in Fake Mike's, you know, face. You're talking about my mama. You know, we almost got pegged, but that was almost the OKC Will Turbot Memorial. Because if he would have did anything, boy, oh boy, Will would have been sitting nice with a big smile, going to the hospital with a peace sign, like, yeah.
And I would have retained him as an employee.
Yeah, you could have still kept him for working. You're my bitch now.
Exactly.
Now you let everybody in.
It would have been like Zoolander. I would be spilling coffee over his face. And I said, you know how farted and bloated I get from a foamy latte. It's gonna get wrecked. So yeah, man.
So we got that footage and we'll get it up. We also got a nice interaction with Zach inside in this lounge with some regular people. He told you guys about it. I got the video, I gotta upload it. You know, it's just, the energy was beautiful. People wanted to talk to us, you know. And, you know, that's why they want to keep us in the house 6 feet apart, muzzled up, you know, poked up, and because they know once we infect each other, it's over, man. Look at the convoy. Look at the fucking convoy. Like, they keep that energy going. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, look at the weather. It's almost the end of April, and I'm way down here. I'm shocked to see that shit's not even springing. You know what I mean? They're suppressing, they're slowing down the energy because they know when the sun returns, right? Which is the rebirth, which is coming back, it's going to light us up. It's going to ignite us, man. It's going to give us this energy to, you know, to uplift us. You know, it's the rebirth. And I know you guys, you guys been rocking out with me. You know, you just can see it. People are getting sick up in the Northeast. You know why they're sick? They're sun deprived and it's cold. I mean, from all the way up there to down here to OKC, the trees aren't even barely budding yet. You know, I just seen tulips finally in St. Louis. I'm like, oh, okay. But the trees are bare like winter. You know what I'm saying? They have literally manipulated the weather to keep it slow and cold. Literally, I've never drove the entire fucking nation, damn near, where it's been windy the entire time. Like, that shit is straight, you know, weather modification to keep it cool, to keep the sun blocked, you know? You guys know, I mean, what? Bill Gates is not want to block the sun out because, he just don't like, global war. No, it's because they know the sun is our connection. And when that shit hits us, them angles of light are going to bend in our mind and turn on our DNA to wake the fuck up and to get up and do something, So it's coming, guys. I've been telling you about this. It's only going to become more, and again, shout out to Zach for putting this together. And, people could say what they want about the guy. That is one humble motherfucker, man. And he's like, he worries about everybody. He worries about everybody there. Not like worried about, oh, you're going to come, No, he's worried about making sure everybody gets to where they need to be, helping them out, whatever they need. It's pure help. The guy, he didn't get no sleep because he's helped people, waiting for people. He's worried about people getting jammed up. A guy didn't show up. He has no contact, like stressed out about this. I said, just relax a little bit. He's stressed out because someone was on the way and he was supposed to meet him and he still hasn't had no contact with him. That shit kept him up, and that says a lot about a person, man. He's very, very, very generous, very helpful, and he's just, hey, I can't say, all the people there, man, everybody was helpful. Everybody was playing a role. Everybody was doing their thing, and it just goes to show you that we can make it work by coming together, man. Everybody has a certain skill, that it's like a team, and it worked out very well, man. It was crazy. I was just, I'm still on a little high from it, Sorry I can't read the comments, but, and, yeah, man, just, I can't say it enough. So, again, shout out to all you guys, man. Next time, no excuses. Get your ass out there, Just come, even if it's for a day. Just show up and be like, damn. You're going to feel like, damn, I should have came all the days, And, yeah, great time. And the best thing I like is the engagements came from people coming to us. I mean, think about it, man. These people were like confused. They was fucked up. They seen all these people. They seen white people. They seen, short people, tall people, black people, Asian people, Mexican people. They seen guys walk up with full-fledged AR-15, just weapon down. They're like, what is going on? They're like, they couldn't figure it out, And it says hug, what is it, hug an AR, right?
Hug an AR owner or something.
Hug an AR owner. That they ain't seen that's not nothing negative. They're like, you can't even say anything about that. You say, oh, look at the guns. You turn around, what's a sign say? Second Amendment, I'll die for it. No, it says hug an AR owner.
Yep.
How can you say anything negative about hug an AR owner? I didn't even expect that. When I saw them coming, I'm like, oh shit, we got some gun, Second Amendment. They coming up, maybe protest and stand out here like, yo, open carry. They came, I didn't even know they came for us. Came with us. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, that's the shit that really fucks them up. And like when you see a so-called African American gentleman holding a weapon, well, then technically the left shouldn't be mad because that's a black dude exercising his Second Amendment, and the right shouldn't be mad either because they love guns, they love self-defense, supposedly, right? And that's the part of the problem with what's going on. It's important to share this video and the Matrix work is because what happens is we get divided into the camps I was talking about, whether it's religion or the left or the right. And like, just think about, right? Like, Black Lives Matter been, destroying stuff for a long time. Then the Trump people started destroying the Capitol. Imagine if instead of these people destroying a bunch of shit, imagine if the Trump people were like, hey, you know what? Yeah, the cops are messed up. You know what? The so-called conservatives should know better because they love the Constitution, supposedly. So they should know that the cops aren't doing the Constitution, and they should be sticking up for their brothers and sisters and saying, hey, yeah, I disagree with you. You know what? And even if I support the police, I still think that police brutality is bad, so I'm going to stand with you. Then maybe you would have had the Black Lives Matter activists alongside with them at the Capitol. And maybe then it would have been peaceful. And can you imagine what would happen if Black Lives Matter and the MAGA guys and gals came together and actually had empathy for each other and said, you know what? I don't agree with you on everything, but I'm going to rock with you because at the end of the day, we all agree that the legal wars are bad. Child trafficking is bad, right? The Federal Reserve stealing all of our money is bad. The government losing 29, 28, 32 nukes and then saying you can't have a gun is bad. So we all know that. Why don't we just get together and agree on that peacefully? Because then imagine what January 6th would have been if we did it the right way. And we still have time to do it the right way. The time is now, and we have to start working right now, non-violently, to do this. But imagine if January 6th was some different stuff, where Black Lives Matter activists and the Trump people came together arm in arm and said, we're not budging. We're not budging till we get our freedoms back.
Yep, and we're not breaking shit. We're not destroying shit. We're just gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna walk around and we're gonna tell people what's going on. We're gonna wake everybody up. Fuck it. Because still people don't even understand what Black Lives Matter is. People don't even know what the fuck Trump is. People don't want to know shit. Being at the college, asking about questions, I don't want to. These young kids, they don't want to know what's going on. They need to, you know, they're into entertainment, you know. So, again, guys, this is just a recap, man. I can't. You guys know I go to a lot of shit. I go there for energy and shit. You guys know what I do. You know, this was like family. Like it literally felt like family. And I was like, damn, man, tomorrow's the next day. Like we gotta go. It's like, yo, it feels like you left family from being out. So, see if we're back. Sorry about that. The phone died.
If you guys can hear us, making sure, put one in the chat. Either way, it helps the algorithm. Just want to make sure the audio and everything's good. The video's coming through good for you guys. If you're just joining us, share this video. Just leave an OKC.
I know it's what, is it 10:50 officially, or is it, we didn't pass the time zone yet?
Let's see, it's a good question. No, I don't think, not yet. I think we're like an hour.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Groveland Gal. Thanks, Angel Cuts. Again, shout out to all you guys. And, yeah, man. Shout out to all you guys. Yeah, so what was I saying? Totally kind of. Alright. Having some technical difficulties with this damn phone. But, yeah, so September 11th is a 100% guarantee. I mean, unless we're, you know, unless we're in dire situations, you know, with the psychopaths, because you better believe they're plotting the next move because of this right here. You know, they see all across the world, people are realizing that something is very wrong, you know. So, you know, time isn't on their side, but at the same time, we're in this spiritual war simultaneously with them. And time's not on our side. So it's a race, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna go, you know, it's a race in the spiritual war. So
where you guys tuning in from tonight? Who's in the chat with us here? Angel, we can't wait to see you there. Who else was saying they're going to September 11th?
And also, you know, we're going to go do September 11th, but, you know, I think that we should do something earlier than that, you know, which I think is highly possible. So we'll see, you know. We gotta keep, you know, doing what we're doing. You know, see if the next big event. I know they were talking about something in California. Facebook, what was it?
Apparently there's a protest at Facebook coming up.
Protest at Facebook. I mean, a lot of people don't like California, and, you know, But you know, it's got to be something else that you know, we can gather for and get the frequency out. You know, it's moved beyond the message to the frequency, because the frequency going to carry the message anyway. You know, so.
And there's always like things in your local area that y'all could do too. Like, all right, you live in Washington State. All right, start a rally outside of Microsoft.
Or join with people that are already doing stuff. You know, I mean, bring your angle with it. I mean, I did that, like he's saying, like in your area. I've done that with you know, the nurses. You guys see me out there with the nurses, and you know, get out. It's like he said. And I seen Will jump out at some protest, you know, supporting. Right? Where was that up? That was up in New Hampshire or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's right. I was on doing a live, and I was driving by, and I saw these people protesting, and
got out, and you know, went over there. So,
matter of fact, I'm still in touch with some of those people. One of those people emailed me the other day, and that's how you build your network. And then, you know, someone's like, hey, I edit videos. Oh, no, I'll help you out. Or, hey, I got a business. Hey, I got this, I got that. And we start building our own network.
That's right.
Our own cells of freedom, you know, freedom cells across everywhere. And that way, you know, you got people all over that, you know, like, boom, when I go to Oklahoma City, I know I'm eating in Cafe 420. I know I'm going there, I'm spreading love, and that's where I want to do. And there's other places in other states that it's like the same thing. And we build our own community and our own economy. So we're less reliant on them.
Right. That's all it is, guys, coming together. So 144 days to go, Ben. That's funny. I could go to Philly and educate peeps about the mask mandate based on 142 cases per day. Yeah, I mean, I can go educate people on the motherfucker right now and tell them how that shit doesn't have no benefit to their body. You know, I can educate a lot of people about it, you know.
One of the things you want to keep in mind too is everybody's different, right? And one of the best ways to wake people up, literally the best way to wake people up, is to listen, because before long, people are almost invariably going to start discussing the things that matter to them and what they like. And once you hear that, you can craft what you want to say to them based on that. So someone might say, yeah, you know, I'm a healthcare worker. Right. Or I'm very healthy, I'm health conscious. And then you bring it that way.
You start winging in the health stuff, and then you go deeper, and then you end up in GMOs, and then you end up, did you know this, that. You got to meet people where they're at. You know, a lot of times you know, I don't mean to cut you off, but a lot of times we meet people, you know, you can't just come out kicking the goddamn door open on someone, because you're going to scare the shit out of them. They're going to, you know, it's going to intimidate them. They're going to be like, oh, you know, you got to kind of like tiptoe it in, you know, you got to like, yo, shh, come here real quick, let me tell you something. You know, it's kind of like that. It's the concept of, you know, like he said, you got to listen to people. You know, even they may have different views and stuff like that. The biggest disconnect is when it's a negative interaction, because there's no point in talking at that point, because they're not going to listen. It's going to be like, yeah, hurry up and shut the fuck up so I can get out of here. That's what it turns to. So it's kind of like it's a certain energy to engage with a person to draw them in. You know, you can't just come off the fucking wall just, you know, screaming something at them, and then it's like, yeah, you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist, or oh, you know, you guys are nuts, you know.
Yeah, and the other thing to go with that is you're not always in a position, like, so say you're at a protest and you want to some things, or someone was coming up asking you, hey, what are you doing here? What are you protesting? What's it behind this? Or when you do, you're eventually going to have to speak out about what your thoughts are. And when you do that, the one thing to keep in mind is to know your audience. And based on knowing your audience, you should craft your message the best way. You always want to make it the most palatable to people at all times. So a bad example would be, yo, did you guys know that after the flat ice world, there's a whole bunch of reptoids, and they're running the Khazarian Jesuits. That's not good, right? You know what I'm saying? You want to craft your message. I mean, these people already look at us like, but that's an opportunity there to craft your message. So one of the biggest pieces of advice I would give to all up and coming activists and all people that just want to wake people up, but especially people that are getting into content, whether that be music, art, memes, videos, whatever. You have to know your shit. You got to learn your facts back and forth, and you always got to keep researching from as many different vantage points as you can and keep an open but skeptical mind. But the other thing that you need to do is you really need to look into rhetoric. You really need to sit there and study rhetoric, because that's how you reach people. You could know all these facts, but if you're not understanding your audience, if you don't understand rhetoric, then you're going to blow every opportunity, almost every opportunity, and it's going to be wasted. So it's a lot of kids. One of the things, and I remember when I was first starting to get out there and say stuff, right? I would yell stuff about kids that were freaking traffic and stuff like that. And this girl was like, yo, Will, nobody wants to, it's bad, but nobody wants to hear you yelling about traffic kids. It's not, and I was saying, I was like, well, I mean, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, they don't care about what's happening to the kids. I mean, what do they care about, right? Like, what do they even care about? But that's why crafting your message and rhetoric is so important. You've got to know your audience, and when you do talk, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. You don't want to go on for too long, ranting like I do, right? Someone's asking you a question and be like, here's 3 reasons why I think we should look into 9/11. 1, Building 7, right? 2, the NIST report, or whatever. 3 like easy things. And here you can find out from them right here. Here are the sources that you would find reputable on that. So it's important that we have a lot of missed opportunities, because it's like a basketball player. You could shoot 1,000 jump shots, but if you have terrible form, shit's not going to go in. You're going to miss most of your shots. So we need to practice our jump shots, but we need to get that form down pat, so we know it's delivering wet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, yeah, that what he said. You know.
Do exactly what I did. Only don't do as I do as I say. I went on a long rant telling you not to go on long rants, but you guys, I hope, get the point of what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yes, exactly. It's good cuts. It really goes to show the scale of tyranny. Yeah, it is. And that's one thing that I use to engage people is the whole past 2.5 years of the, you know what, the scam. And it's an easy way, because a lot of us do have a lot of knowledge about shit that's going on, and we could bust that shit down to where, you know, nobody could say shit, you know. So that's where I get a lot of people at, is, you know, is a scam. You know, like, and then they all agree that the shit, something's wrong with that. You know, they all agree that it's wrong, and, you know, hold on, I'm trying to shift lane. That it's wrong, it's not right, you know. And when you talk to them, they start to open up. They start to they're thinking to themselves like, damn, I'm not crazy. This motherfucker thinks the same thing I do. And then you spark them to, you know, speak out. We were on the college campus, right? And this girl walked by. She had her mask on. She was like the only one, and I was like, you know, it's crazy, like how, like what is, what did I say? What is, like, at this point, what's the point of wearing a mask? And I think she heard it. She got about 10 steps away. I seen that mask come right off and go in her pocket. You know, so that right there, feeling the energy, like, they feel the energy. Maybe they heard it, maybe they didn't, but that mask came off. She had it on, you know, and you know, you see it. You really do see it. So
I wanted to ask the chat something too. Did anybody figure out, if you guys can put it in the chat, if you guys found out any information about the Capitol being evacuated, or I heard there was an alleged shooting somewhere near an embassy, potentially, I think, what was it, the Peruvian embassy? If you guys have any information on that, throw that in the chat. I'd be curious to see if any developments have occurred since the time we went live on my channel earlier.
So, yeah, throw that in the chat. 2.5 years ago. What else I wanted to talk about? What was it? I mean, we even engaged with this one officer, great officer. What was his name?
I don't recall.
I forgot his name, but he's in the videos. We met him in a church. He was doing security detail at a church. I mean, this guy had to go a number of times and didn't go. He kept saying he had to go, but he engaged 15 minutes more. He said he had to go. He engaged 10 more minutes. This guy was opening up. I looked at this guy and I'm like, he feels comfortable around us. He felt like he had a lot of shit built up in him because he probably can't talk like that to his colleagues. Maybe his wife is probably the only person he could talk to about this shit. He opened up and he was in the middle, left because he didn't get the poker. He had 2 years left to retirement. He didn't agree with it. I mean, this guy was, oh my God, he was a slam dunk. He didn't have to tell us that information. He didn't have to give us any kind of information. We saw him the next day at the memorial. You know, he was around. He was cool as shit. But yeah, and he said he didn't agree with it. He's in the military. He said he didn't even agree with everything the military did, but he was in the military. And I get it, you know, I get it. But still, the guy was, you know, he stood up for what he believed in, and, you know, he took a sacrifice, and it was great. But the point of me saying that is he could feel our energy. That's all it was. He could feel the connection. We weren't like some random, you know, idiots.
And I know that to be true. Even more than Mr. America from Auditing America, I'm like in the 1/10th percentile of people that have dealt with police officers. Like, I've dealt with thousands of police officers from all across this country.
Right, and before Will says what he says, Will had to turn his camera off.
Yeah, honestly, I turned my camera off on the police officer, and because a lot of times be cops that will be pretend nice to get information off you, you know, the whole good cop, bad cop, right? And I deal with it and I can see right through that. But I do know that this officer, or I believe, can't prove it, but I do believe that this officer is being genuine because of what he just said. He didn't get the circle, dot, now he had his kidney shot, right? He didn't do that. And the fact that he was candid enough to tell that to a group of people, really that's
that he
not
didn't even know.
That you didn't know. Shows that he was comfortable, because that's not something that you would typically say.
A couple points, like I said, he said he had to go, but he talked for 10 more minutes. Then he said he really had to go, and then he talked for 15 more minutes. The guy was in his comfort zone, and he felt like he could open up, and he diffused. He actually de-escalated. Fake Mike, real news.
That's right. Because cops all the time, they're supposed to be de-escalating a situation. That's what they're supposed to do. But what happens is they demand ID, even though it's your Fourth Amendment right to be protected against that very thing. They will intimidate and surround you for officer safety, which is counterintuitive to de-escalating situation. But by speaking in a soft voice, by being humble and not aggressive, you de-escalated the situation. Honestly, and that's what good police officers are supposed to do. And for the most part, there was other officers over there, and I will say on the whole, OKC is not nearly as bad as a lot of other officers, although we did have an officer outside of OKC literally pull out a tape measure to ensure that we were staying 6 feet away from them. But you know what? There's some videos where you see me wiling out, saying your mom jokes and other stuff like that. But that's at my worst. At my best, I'll be speaking with righteous indignation because the cops are mostly right-wing, right? They're mostly right-wing. And they at least on the back of the truck, it says they care about freedom, right? They love America and they love guns and all that stuff. That's what they've been taught. So that's what I was talking about, knowing your audience. So when I go up to these cops, I'm saying, hey, you know, men, women, and children gave blood, sweat, and tears to have this Constitution, right? Supposedly that's what makes us better than other countries, is because we have these freedoms that are enshrined in the Constitution. And I think it's sad that you guys not only not know them, but you're doing the opposite of that. So when you can talk to a conservative like a conservative and show it through their perspective, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right. I mean, this one guy was yelling at Zach, hey, don't yell. Zach wasn't yelling. And I'm like, yo, don't tell him not to yell. I was like, that's your job, is to protect his free speech, even if you don't like it. Even if it's a KKK pedophile, that's your job, is to protect that person's speech. He's not. Obviously, he's probably the opposite of that, right? But even a KKK pedophile gets free speech, or else we none of us have free speech. And I asked him, I always ask cops, what's going on? What are you guys up to today? Because they always ask that. What's going on? What are you guys up to today? Where are you going? Got anything in that car I should know about? So I like to ask them, and then they tell me what they think they're doing there. So this cop was like, well, I'm making sure that things go off, and it's very respectful here. I'm like, well, no, idiot. I didn't say idiot. I was nicer. But that's not your job. Your job is to protect our rights. That's what you took an oath to. And he was like, well, you gotta have respect, and oh, don't say this to officers and stuff like that. Well, I was like, well, sir, as you know, the First Amendment, luckily we're alive, even though we don't have the angels with us right now. That we did have a couple angels. That truck is insane. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah, right. The Matrix is scared the thoughts out of my head right there.
About the officer.
And so that's the thing, yeah. So the officer, then I took him on a little trip down history road and said, hey, yeah, actually, in case you forgot, buddy, the whole reason we have the First Amendment is because we weren't able to criticize King George. And the First Amendment is created specifically to criticize people like you and other governmental servants of ours. So, and obviously you guys can probably imagine different ways that that you would frame a conversation to a liberal or another person or a Christian or a fill in the blank with the ideology. So that's how you have to do it, because you know it's good. And sometimes there's cops out there, government officials out there that you're not going to be able to talk them into anything. I'm not going to be able to stare and talk Hillary Clinton into switching sides, unless I had it would take maybe, but not in a lot of time I usually get to speak to these people. So you want to have a good interaction with them and have them thinking, you know, maybe that kid was a D-bad, and maybe I don't agree with everything he said, but he was right about that First Amendment. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little wake-up call. And you want to go in there having good faith conversations with these people, no matter who they are. But then comes to a point where, you know what, they're not going to listen, they're not going to learn, and they're actively trying to take your rights. You always remain nonviolent. But then, hey, if you want to use that person as a prop to get your message out to a larger audience, who am I to judge?
Right. So, yeah, man. Again, shout out to all you guys in the chat. I see a lot of dialogue going on, which is always good in the chat on this channel. You guys talk to each other, educate each other, you know, and you know, do what y'all do. What's good, Ben? Oh shit, I hit the wrong button.
All right, Cuts One, I just checked out that article. Thank you for putting that in there. Let me take a look.
What's good, Shay Javine? Pleasure to meet you. And you know, I got opportunity to meet Shay Javine, Chigozie. My man came down to OKC like he was going to South Padre Island. I was cold, you know.
For real.
But yeah, shout out to Shay Divine, Chagozi True. You know, beautiful time, man. I can't even, you know, it was just great, man. Shout out to I forgot her name with her daughter. What's her name? Teresa. Is it Teresa?
Yes, Teresa and Semia.
And Semia. Shout out to Semia. Shout out to them. You know, I do want to get some of that. Her daughter got some great ass astrology. Vedic astrology.
Vedic astrology.
You know, I want to link her up with my son. My sons, and you know, they got the same energy, and it's dope. You know. So yeah, hopefully that can happen. So shout out to them. And yeah, man, it was great, man. It was great. And if y'all haven't subscribed, go check out RPM Trey Vietnam. Good brother. He was here with his cousin. You know, they exercised their Second Amendment, First Amendment, all the amendments. You know, the Black Amendment, all the amendments. You know what I'm saying? They came out, they rocked out with it. And you know, he said it real. You know, people need to see it. Like, yo, they see us carrying guns, you know, they call the police and do this and do that. And the thing about it is, what's so crazy, and I told him, I was like, yo, these motherfuckers watch TV and movies all fucking day. And every TV show got guns, movies got guns, guns every fucking where. They go outside, they see people with guns, they freak the fuck out. Now, what kind of sense does this shit make? Like, you're seeing guns all day on TV. Like, I don't think you can go, there's nothing but cop shows, FBI shows, war shows. The news is perpetuating the fucking propaganda, fucking mind manipulation war on your ass. I mean, yeah, they do show fake wooden guns that they gave to the Ukrainian people, but all they do is show guns and violence on the fucking TV, and then you see two people with guns, and you freak out, and you get hysteria. I don't even understand it. I really don't. I like it. An armed society is a safe one. You know, who's gonna think about coming out? I mean, people are crazy. They will try that shit, but the odds of you making it out alive are going to be pretty slim, you know? So, again, man, I read these comments. Yeah, the diversity is awesome. It was, and that's what fucked everybody up, you know? It was way too much diversity. They do not like that. The streams came down quick, boy. Once we got to that festival, they seen all them people. They was like, oh, hell no. Whoever watching that shit, they got rid of those streams. You know, like, we can't let people see this shit. You know?
Ryan Thompson says he's coming.
What's good, Ryan?
Can't wait to meet Ryan out in NYC and everybody that's coming out September 11th. Super excited for that because last year was a big disappointment on the 20th anniversary, but we're going to make up for it this year. We're going to have a great, peaceful time. September 11, 2022, Ground Zero, New York City, 7 a.m. We're going to be there throughout the day, too.
Yeah, so whatever day that is, make it a couple days. Take off from work, take a vacation, or you might already be off from work because Mr. 19 will be in full fucking swing. So we already know. I say we need to come together at another event before that because you never know, and we need to be able to mobilize while, you know, this is like Shawshank Redemption, and right now we're out in the yard planning our fucking next move, and we need to do that shit before they put us in 24-hour lockdown, you know, 23-hour lockdown, you know.
Yeah, and in the meantime, until we do that, I would go to the other truther channels. I'm going to reach out to all the other truther channels, but I would go in the other truther channels and just ask the chats, are you guys going to the 9/11 rally this year? Are you guys going to the 9/11 rally? Yeah, right to Mexico and Auditing America.
Or how about
Gematria Effect News.
Right.
And let me say one more thing too. this year September 11th falls on a Sunday, so I would say try to get there Friday, so we can hang out on maybe Friday, Saturday nights, build a little camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? And we can hang out, politic a little bit, get our party on, so we had fun too. That's the other thing about this too, like we spent like almost like a lot of time doing activism.
The entire day.
We did activism the entire day, but then when we stopped to eat and drink, we had fun. We were sitting there, we were chilling, we went to good places. Shout out to Cafe 420, and we were chilling. Some people was
Shout
drinking.
out to the other place too, Revolutions. What was it? Revolutions?
Yes, Revolutions. That was a fun place in OKC, and like it's good too because a lot of the people that get involved in this is a dark damn thing, and you know it's good to have a little bit of fun sometimes too, but it's also good to get to chill with some of the people that, you know, from all over the country. You know, it's a powerful thing to link up, man. It was so fun to meet.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite thing about being an activist is getting to meet like people that I admire from all over the country. Like that's like some of the best shit about all this.
That's another thing they ask you, where you guys from? All over the country. They're looking like, oh shit, like, okay, all right, y'all seem like y'all been around each other for a long time. That's what it looked like. So when we say all over the country, another confused look comes into play, like, okay, well, they look so happy. They look like they've known each other for years, and it's like, yo, that's family, man. Family is frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Ben's in. And he's gonna take Monday off too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah, man. I mean, I can't even complain, man. You know, I can't even complain, guys. And you know, I'll be talking about this for a while, and as more shit comes in my mind that I observed and watched and felt and seen. You know, I see no negativity whatsoever. Just positive shit, positivity, and man. Beautiful. All right, thank you, Heather Green. And Ben Tesla? I can't see that shit.
It's tough for medium too. Let me put the brightness on my phone. It's Ben Tetzlaff.
Ben Tetzlaff. So, yeah, I think it's 12:20 on the East Coast. It's 11:20 where we're at, but we're about to hit a time zone pretty soon, so we'll be at, technically it's 12:20 for us too, but the clocks still say 11:20, but they'll be switching any minute. So we're gonna warp. We're gonna leave 420 and go to 421. 421.
That was a good album by Method Man. 421 the day after, man. Got some good production on that underrated Method Man album.
Okay. And Sean, shout out to Sean. Shout out to all you guys. You know. What else, man? What else do you want to talk about? Again, if you're not subscribed to Will Turbot, Fake Mike, Real News, I mean, you're missing a lot. The guy is he's just a, I don't know what to say. He can, the one thing he can do also is he could sniff out an official out of anywhere. He's got a nose for these officials, boy.
Yeah,
and,
man. That is true. And it's
he's got
honestly,
a nose for it.
It's easy to do. It's really easy to do. Honestly, everybody could be doing it too. And I hope, I mean, I was inspired to do this by people like Luke from We Are Change. Mm-hmm. And man, me and Northern America done caught a lot of politicians, man. And it's easy for them to get away with it. Even if it does go viral, unless it goes mega viral, they'll get away with it. Sometimes we get people fired, that's good. But when we come out and do these these people, first of all, you all got mayors, y'all got governors, y'all got, you know, you already know, secretaries of state. You guys can go over there anytime. You go with more people, that's even more powerful, right? You go with more people and ask these people questions. And then if we started doing this en masse, and then the thing is, like, just go to your Facebook events. Go to, what's that other website? Go to Google Events. Just scroll through and see. Oh, you're going to see a lot of people there. You're going to see people, depending on where you are in the country with the election cycles, people running for office, people having fundraisers. Oh, Donald Trump Jr. is coming here. Oh, Kamala Harris is coming here. This person's coming here. This person's going to be at this event. Neil deGrasse Tyson's going to be here. Bill O'Reilly's going to be here. So you just look through them shits, and then you just go and you just ask them questions, and you film yourself doing it, and then you upload it to YouTube and try to bring as many people as possible. I remember one time, Richard Haas, former director of the Council on Foreign Relations, was giving a speech in Los Angeles. And it was one of the best confrontations that We Are Change ever did. Because one person asked Richard Haas a question about 9/11. And he got a little nervous, but he laughed it off, and that person was done with this question after he opened up the questions. Then the next person called on them. They were all spread out. Every question was about 9/11. He was, by the end of it, he was sweating, wiping his brow, fumbling over his words. Can you imagine? Every time one of these fools goes out into public, we just embarrass them by non-violently just asking them questions, because they can kick one person out. Then when they go to questions, so I mean, it's really easy. This is not rocket science. So yeah, check out Auditing America. Thank you to everyone that's checked out my channel, and all these channels, whether it's Purple Beats, whether it's Gematria Effect News. We got to share and subscribe to all of these channels. We got to build our own networks. We're going to build our own community, our own economy.
Right, because you're going to see these, you're going to see this grow. Whatever happened today, it's going to grow. Damn, that's like the 5th cat I've seen. Like,
Cat?
what if somebody throw cats out the car?
That is kind of weird, because honestly, I've never seen a cat on a
I've never seen
on
a
a
cat
highway.
on a highway. Like, that's
I mean,
like the
unless we were
4th
like
cat
in
I've
like
seen.
downtown, even in New York, I don't see cats on the highway like that. So that's
Weird.
pretty weird.
But yeah, you're gonna see this grow. You're gonna see more people show up on the scene, and new people. I mean, you're gonna see different things coming forth, and mark my words, you will see it. So
Jesse says they're new to the channel. I'm curious, how did you find us? And if everyone can put in the chat right now, whether
it
you're
has to feel good to be around people that are awake. Yeah, it is. That's awesome, man. It is, and then you get to see, like, you're like, what, this motherfucker is basically the same. Look, there's enough like cat pieces. What's it, raining cats and dogs? That's weird. But anyways, that's when you get to meet people. You're like, oh, this is the person in the chat, and they're kind of, the personality is like, it's really real.
Well, that's why I love Right the Matrix, and that's why I connected with him, and he's not even in my area, and we connected before. It's because it's like, usually when you're a guy, and girls, I don't know what it's like for girls probably different, right? But when you meet a new guy, like when you're at a party, or you're at your work, or you're just forced to be in a one-on-one situation with another guy that you don't know, you'd be like, what's up? Hey, how's it going, man? Yeah. You're gonna be like, yo, see that game the other day? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
This time you're not impeded by normie conversations.
Right.
You can talk about anything. And honestly, I learned so much shit this weekend from so many different people. It was crazy. I mean, and I'm somebody that literally, like, when I'm not doing activism, I just lock myself in a room with blunts and a laptop, and I'm just learning, constant learning. But
Right.
I was out in the streets learning mad shit this weekend.
Yeah.
Arguably more.
I learned a lot of shit this weekend myself, and I mean, he's right. You learn so much by being out. You run into other people that got a piece of some shit that, you're like, holy shit, I missed that, or thanks for that information. I was looking into that, and oh, that's what it was. You see a lot of that. So it's just, man, I'm like, words can't explain it. It's like an experience, man. That's why the streams are gone. The streams are gone
Because it's this powerful, dog. Like, honestly, like, because of all the stuff that's happened, like, Enrique is my best friend, dog. I feel like I've known Right the Matrix from the 90s. He's like the coolest motherfucker, dog. I feel like I've known this dude for mad long. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's already been one of my boys since like back in the day.
Yeah,
and that's
the same way.
And that's like the connection that you get with these. I'm honestly, that I was telling Right the Matrix earlier today. I was like, we were talking about all the dope shit that happened and this happened. I mean, one of the things we barely talked about was one of the filmmakers, Christopher Emery, the producer of A Noble Lie, the documentary about OKC, which I highly recommend. I've already watched it twice and I've seen almost all of his interviews beforehand on this. And I was telling Right the Matrix on the way down, I'm like, yo, I need to watch that movie again to refresh my talking points for OKC. I didn't get a chance to do that, but I actually got one better. He took us on a free tour. A truth tour.
A tour.
A real tour.
and he told us about, I mean, it was actually sad, man, you know, but we learned so much. So many people got so much out of that. And it was just the way he delivered it. You know, that's when you guys are watching. He told me to turn the camera off, and I understood why. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, this guy, you know, and he came up to me and apologized 2 times. And then, he did it a 3rd time at Cafe 420. The man felt our energy so much, he came back and was like, do more people want to go on a tour? You know?
And that's the thing, too, is like, that wasn't even like one of the best parts. Like, one of the best parts for me was, like you were talking about and we were talking about earlier, it's like a lot of these people, like, we're outcasts. We started the streams tonight talking about, you know, we're outcasts. Right. And to see and just to sit back and observe some of the conversations and people connecting, because it's really shitty being an outcast. Like, when your family and friends laugh at you, and when they laugh at you, it feels really bad because they think you're an idiot. They think that and that's a really terrible feeling, to think that the people that you love and respect and that are a part of your life think that you're so stupid. That's a really hurtful thing. And so we're already like outcasts, and it's tough to connect with people. We've been living our lives marching to the beat of our own drum, and proudly so. But it's a lonely road. You know what I'm saying? And so it was really beautiful to see people connect and have a good time and come together, because people don't always have that opportunity where they come from, you know? So that's one of the most beautiful things. So I would suggest to people, hey, get your babysitters, get your vacation time. September 11th is on a Sunday, so unless you work weekends, even if you do work weekends, you got plenty of time to take that off, and try to make it down Friday or Saturday night so we can do some activism during the day and hang out during the night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's coming down crazy now.
Oh yeah. All right. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to talk about something? Ask some questions. Go ahead and shoot.
Line it up, guys. If you're just joining, share the video. Open up another browser. Find Right the Matrix. Subscribe to his other channels. Unfortunately, some go up, some go down. So you're gonna need to subscribe and hit the bell.
Jesse. Jesse, I've been there, man. You know, I've been in it. You know, but it's an unfortunate situation, man. But I mean, these are the times that we're in, and you know, I mean, these are choices we got to make, and they're hard ones. But how long do you go suffering? You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep talking to the wall, you want to keep, you know, being down, and you know, hey, life's about sacrifice, man. And you know, when you really, you know, it's an understanding you got to come into. I get it, but you know, sometimes we're trying to save our family and people, and unfortunately, you know, hey, we gotta put our feelings aside and put our heart out front and be like, you know what? I'm only hurting myself by keeping this bullshit going on. I'm unhappy. I'm trying to make people happy that they you know, they're not gonna be happy any goddamn way. So you know what? I love them. I care for them. But fuck it, man. I gotta go do this. This is how I'm gonna show them I love them. And then, you know, you gotta focus your energy on you. And, you know, if you're living in this truth and you wanna walk this path, you gotta be like, yo, all right, I'm walking this path. I love y'all. I'm only doing this out of love, man. Y'all will see the results later in the future. But this is why I'm doing it. Otherwise, you're gonna be stressed out. You're gonna be down. You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna go to drugs. You're gonna go to alcohol. You're gonna go whatever to get you can escape. All right, by being in this situation. So take that energy, flip it, and live your truth. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's basically what we're doing is we're trying to hold on to a life, and even in life you don't live forever. So why hold on to negative shit that keeps you down, just to live a life that, you know, it's basically you're just living in your own death, misery right now, you know? And I know it's hard, I get it, but hey, you make that one tough move and jump out 2 feet, you never look back and you're like, damn, man, I'm so glad I made that move. I'm happy now, you know?
That's what I did one day. I just said, fuck it, I'm all in.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and I just ain't never stopped. We're taking your questions and comments. If you're just joining, please smack the like, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you put Yeah Right the Matrix in the search function and subscribe to all the channels, because we need to stay abreast. Sean Xander asks, anyone watch A Gray State? Looks pretty easy to find and even free on YouTube. Was recommended after watching The Noble Lie.
No, well, let me give you a backdrop on Gray State. If you don't know, Gray State came out, I don't know what year.
I want to say 2013.
Yeah, but what it is the director never got to finish the film, or he might have finished it, but it never was released. He wound up dead with his wife and his kids, right?
Yeah.
Wife and his kids.
I don't know if his wife and kids, you may be right about that,
Well,
but
it
I
was more
definitely
than
know
just
he
him.
died. Yeah, I
It was-
definitely know he died. I
Yeah.
can't remember that.
It was more than him that died, and if you see the trailer, it was way ahead of its time. It literally depicts what we're going through now. And it was, and what happened is these other people stole and hijacked it, made a documentary, and that's the Gray State you see and portrayed now. And you know, it's not originally what it was. And these people, you know, they hijacked it. They didn't want that shit out there. It was too deep. And if that movie was to ever came out, it'd probably be one of the greatest truth movies of all time. And yeah, that's the story behind Gray State. Every once in a while, I'll upload the trailer to my channel, put a little twist to it. But that's what we're living right now, is the Gray State. And we're probably at the beginning point of that movie, because it had everything in there. It had the scanning, the codes, the empty shelves, the tyranny, the gulags, the hooded masons with the apron. It had everything, you know. So yeah, that's Gray State. So
I didn't know that they had links to IW there, Sean. If you want to send me that or put that in the chat, I'd be interested. And
what?
he said that he's saying he had links to good old Alex. I don't want to say that name either, but you know, the good old Info Boys. Maybe, you know, a lot of people though. You're saying that the people from Gray State, the dude from Gray State.
Yeah. They kind of one of them is the Alex Jones people that got a hold of it, right?
Yeah, he's saying talk something about TrueStream Media. You know, it's tough because you don't know who's who. There are definitely disinformation agents out there, that's for sure. Then there's other people that sell their souls along the way. I always keep an open but skeptical mind. Everyone gets the benefit of the doubt until I see overwhelming proof. But it is curious. I don't know about TrueStream Media. TrueStream Media, I don't watch all their stuff, but you know, every once in a while I'll check in, and usually it's really well done stuff.
Well, they got great content.
And I do think that they're probably maybe even still financed. I can't prove this, but I'd be willing to bet that they're still financed by good old AJ, who in my opinion kind of sold out, whether he was a puppet or not, I don't know. But, you know, they're giving a lot of good information, and if it wakes people up, good. But then it's also our job to remind people that there are gatekeepers, and when the people that are awake, keep them honest too. So it's not just I mean, they're good. I mean, even no matter who you talk about, I mean, shoot, the 17th letter, you know what I'm saying? That woke people up, and now they're full-fledged truthers. They started out as a Trump person, and now they're like, okay, well, we had 4 years of Trump, and we saw all the things that he did, so that's not the case. But at least they're on our side now, and they didn't start from a great place. So,
yeah. Any more questions? Well, you just gotta, you know. You gotta, at sometimes, you know, you gotta forget about who's real, and not forget about it, but
you should
get the information and leave the rest. If you feel like there's some good information, take it, research it. Oh, that was good information. Leave the rest.
Yeah, that's what I said. You take information from CNN, you take it from Alex Jones and everybody in between, and you try to verify that information to the best of your ability.
Yep.
And then,
get the message, not the messenger.
I mean, nobody should. I mean, this is not about Right the Matrix. As cool and as awesome as Right the Matrix is, I mean, like, nobody should ever take anything anyone says for granted. You got to do that for yourself. Like, that's part of the problem, is because if they build somebody up like a hero, then they just, you know, put some pressure on that person or shoot that person or whatever, then, you know, that's it, right? You know what I'm saying? And but if we have a million leaders, then they can't just assassinate one of us. They can't just, you know, try to get us to sell out or something like that. So that's part of the problem with these truthers too. So honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, does it really make a difference if Alex Jones is controlled op or not? Not really. It really doesn't, because he's waking people up. And at the end of the day, it's our job to keep those people that he woke up honest. And part of that is saying, hey, there is controlled opposition out there. And hey, at the end of the day, if you teach people the Socratic method, anybody that's new to that, the Socratic method, you don't have to teach anybody much more than that. I mean, that's one of the most foundational things. I mean, there's other things like, Right the Matrix talks about how to, about energy and about how to treat people, and about, you know, things that are going on. But if you teach somebody the Socratic method, then you don't make a difference, you know? So don't ever take anything I say or Right the Matrix said for granted. Check that stuff out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Always do your own, like my man Truth Virus says, go within your heart and do your own research, and go within your heart. So shout out to my man Truth Virus. Also, go subscribe to Truth Virus if you haven't to. Wise Wake Up is 1984. You know, go subscribe to them brothers as well. And you know, there's a lot of us, you know, and it's kind of like, it's good, because I think we're like, you know, we kind of like, we came together more these past few days. You know, we definitely came together more. You know, but we're gonna take an intermission to get some gas. I'm gonna play some Purple Beats for a minute, but if y'all want to, if we can get 10 ones, we'll 10 different ones from 10 people, we'll just keep it up. If not, we'll close it out and we can go to bed and talk another time. Let's see if we can get 10 ones from 10 different people. We'll play some beats and we'll be back. And you know,
and if
there's 2 ones, there's 3 ones. Shout out to Angel, Sean, Ryan, Deanne. Okay, that's 4. That's 5. Migs 144.
I'm gonna run in, but while we're taking a break, someone throw.
That's 5, 6.
There we go.
No, Angel, you cheating, girl.
Well, you didn't say people couldn't vote twice.
Uh-oh. Millie, okay, we got 6. Angel up there cheating.
Someone
All
throw
right,
Purple Beats.
We got 4. We got 4 more. Okay, Blink. Here we go. That's 7. All right, 8. 2 more. Y'all got it.
Someone put in one of the mods. Somebody put Purple Beats in the chat. So you guys can go subscribe while we run in.
You're gonna drop his first ever beat, so shout out to him, man. Love, even though it is my son, but his beats are on point. The music switch, I just put it back. Right. Shit, it's cold. All right, y'all. Oh shit, I'm turning on the heat. Again, shout out to Purple Beats with the dope beats. So he's been doing really well. You guys know I rock out with the beats before my videos and in my videos, and I was like, you know what? Teach my son, got him all the equipment, and then said, hey, just learn it. You can do it. And here we go. I mean, you can manifest anything, you know, especially when you put your heart and mind into it. It must come. So, shout out to him. Shout out to my man, Fake Mike, Real News. I also told you, you know, we'll be linking up, and here we are. And I also told you we'll be gathering. Here we are. I also told you that when we come together, it's going to be a different thing. And you guys saw it. Those of you that were lucky enough to see those streams, you guys saw exactly what I've been talking about for the longest. And more. You guys seen the energy at work, you know? So, shout out to all you guys. Not this one. And we back. Yeah, Angel. Shout out to Angel Z. You know, working the camera too. Also, Angel Baby working the camera. You know, who else is working the camera? Well, obviously, you know, Will was working the camera. We hijacked Zach's. You know, it was just too good, man. There's no way they could have left those streams up. I'm on Zach's channel. I think you were too, right?
I don't know.
I gave you the phone. I gave you the phone one time. Yeah. Fake Mike Real News was on the stream. I was on the stream narrating. Angel was on the stream. Zach was on the stream. I mean, come on. They couldn't keep that shit up. That's too powerful, man.
That's the thing,
you know, that's too powerful. And, you know, same thing on my stream. Sharing the stream. I gave it to Zach. He took over. You know, that one's still up, though. That one's on this channel. But I mean, they can't keep. Or what's that with the one that got deleted? I
think both. Well,
no, that one was up because we were at the cafe. But the earlier one, he took the phone too, and that got deleted. So
it's just really cool that these different people can come together, and then we can have this long stream where it's not only you get 3 different narrators and their different perspectives, but then you got the activities that are going on and the other conversations that are going on, what's happening in the streets, and so that's just really cool. That's really dope shit. People are like, oh, go ask this motherfucker question, go do this, and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, like I'm filming Zach when he's talking to somebody. Then, you know, Fake Mike, you know, sees a couple officers, sees some guy on his bike with his kid, roll up, huh? You guys are liberals, and then fucking just hauls ass like a liberal. Shit don't make no sense. We're liberals. What do you say?
Yeah, because they're sitting there, a father and his bike, his son on a bike, and they were like looking like, because they're like trying to what's going on there, because people try to put you in a box. So is this left-wing protest or a right-wing protest?
Right.
And they couldn't figure it out because we weren't Antifa and we're in MAGA hats.
Right.
So they're like, what the heck's going on? There's a bunch of diverse people from all over the country and the world here, you know, backgrounds.
Right.
What's going on? So they had to sit there and look at it like, what the hell is going on? And then when he see me talking to cops, then he immediately said, okay, this has to be a liberal thing. And then he ran off, got triggered like a snowflake over his heels.
He got triggered.
Triggered.
And then he took off like a bitch.
And did the bike of shame. I've seen the walk of shame, the drive of shame. I've even seen an escalator of shame one time. That was cool. I've never seen a bike of shame.
He did the bike of shame. Oh, that was hilarious.
Is that the proper verb to bike? Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah. He rode off into the sunset. I mean, he should be proud of himself. He demonstrated the mainstream narrative. So, but yeah.
What woke you guys up in the chat? Because, you know, I didn't realize that there were so many people out there that follow Gematria, quite frankly. I didn't realize it was that big of a subculture or culture within our overall culture. I'm just curious what woke you guys up, Ryan Thompson. What woke you up, Deanna, Sean, Millie, Red Instrumental. Shout out to Red Instrumental. Great person. Red Instrumental, what woke you up and how did you find, and also if you guys can say how you found, what woke you up and how did you find Yeah Right the Matrix, his channel? What brought you? And Sean saying that the Cafe 420 had the best apothecary supplement display he's ever seen in a restaurant.
Absolutely. I was amazed. You guys, I mean, I was literally just amazed. You guys know I go off on my herbs, and when I was in there, I'm like, yo, I've never seen that in you know, only in a market that carries herbs. I've never seen that in like an actual cafe, like that wide variety. So.
And the juices were bomb. I was skeptical too because
I got a juice right here, some left. Shout out to Angel. You know, left me this juice, Angel Tea. And yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, I mean, like me, I'm kind of, and I want to thank Yeah Right the Matrix. I mean, for so much, I sit here and thank his ass all day, but like, I've been eating much healthier this week, and that's thanks to Yeah Right the Matrix. And like, I'm a little worried because I'm like, I'm about to buy this juice. It's a little expensive. Is it gonna taste good? I'm gonna know I'm gonna drink and get the nutrients from it anyways, or whatever's beneficial from it anyways. But is this gonna be good? And them juices at Cafe 420, man, those are really good. I had the burdock joint.
Yeah, that was good.
And it was mad good. It tastes like a sweet tea.
Burdock root. Yeah.
And that shit's really good for you. Cause I'd be having my, everybody got their own shit they're gonna deal with, and burdock root, that should be helping me out. I'd be drinking tea with burdock and shit sometimes. That shit's really good. So
Sean,
yeah, good point, Sean.
Sean just answered your question, I think. Yeah, the elderberry was great, Angel.
Looking into Kobe's death, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm actually very excited to see that. And Millie says the same thing too. Okay, Millie said the same thing. Interesting. And that's why actually today I decided to go live when we heard about what happened at the Capitol, because, and that's a great thing that Zach does, and you guys can put this in your little truther arsenal here. When something breaks, when something's trending or popping, do a video about that as soon as you can. You're gonna get a lot of views. Like, I did a live about the Capitol, I got way more views than if it was just me sitting there. I used a different thumbnail thanks to Yeah Right the Matrix. And then if it's something that regular people look into, that's how you hijack the culture. I was telling Yeah Right the Matrix what I do when the Super Bowl or the Grammys or Oscars comes out. I'd be on Twitter and I'd be hashtag Oscars, and then I put, or hashtag Super Bowl, and then I put memes like, imagine if this many people protested the Federal Reserve. And that's how we hijack the culture and reach new people.
Right. And also, Fake Mike Real News is censored as well. He's shadow banned. He falls in the algorithms because, you know, he's been rocking out with Auditing America. Shout out to Enrique, Auditing America. But his channel Auditing America has about 250,000 subscribers. Will should at least have 50,000 subscribers. But because of the algorithms, because of whatever, maybe people are subscribing to it, and it just, hey, they might hit it and it doesn't even subscribe. It may say subscribe, but who knows what these algorithms have in it, because he's shadow banned as well. His videos are, you know, pushed to the bag. You know, it's just the same thing.
There's ways to work around it. My first channel was banned, and my Facebook was banned, my Instagram. So I took a look in and I learned my lessons, and you just come back stronger and harder, and you realize what does and doesn't work, and sometimes you got to play the game a little bit to get there. So I'm doing some auditing videos which are promoted, and then I use that to promote my other videos that wouldn't have any eyeballs on it if I was just talking my normal shit. So we got to come up with creative ways to bypass the censorship.
Yeah, eventually. You know, I just, you know, I believe that if everybody just stayed on YouTube, we would have made it through the storm. A lot of people left and ran. I get it, because they do, those platforms, they do give out a lot more information. But I mean, me and Wise personally, I mean, Zach does it too. Other people, we slip our shit right in there. Deeper shit than you find online. Deep shit. It gets through. You guys see it. Not a lot of eyes see it, but I mean, that might be how this might be. It might be that it's supposed to be this way. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I stay here. I battle it out. They squish me. I create more channels. So when I get back home, you better believe there's gonna be. They terminated my channel. It'll be up to The Matrix 40. I'll have 10 more. I made a thing. They delete my channel. I create 6 more channels every time. So I already got 6 channels in the cut that I'm going to make live, and then I'm going to create 6 more and keep them in the back. So they want to keep deleting me. I just create more channels. It doesn't bother me. You guys will find me. That's all we got to do. They delete it. Well, we got more channels. So,
and that's why it's good to use the hashtag The Matrix, so you can find them no matter what, because you already know what's gonna happen. Don't be like, just because one channel goes down, be like, oh, what happened? Where'd you quit? No, dog. Like, yeah. That's why we're telling you about the other channels so much, is because the shit happens. We get taken down.
Go to the search, put in The Matrix. Usually they all come up, and subscribe, because these shits will be gone. I got a video I gotta do when I go home. I'm gonna do some re-uploads. I found the snake video, the SSS video I did back in September. That now all of a sudden is coming out, and yeah, I'm gonna upload that shit. If they take the channel, hey, you know where to find me. I'll be on another channel. So what we got in the comments? Yeah, you'll find us. Thank you, Deanna and Cuts. Shout out to Cuts, always in the cut. Miss Blink, Goblin, Sean, Red Instrumental. Shout out to you, Jesse, Aussie Girl.
That's right, Goblin Life. Smash the bell. Share the like.
Yep.
Leave us a comment for the
algorithm.
Like that
smash button. You're welcome, Angel. You made it home, right? Are you still? You're not still driving. Oh, you didn't make it home yet? Well, you're still rolling. Oh, god damn. You got about as much time as we got. But you rocked it out in Dallas, so you held it down for us. You're welcome, Millie. Yeah, the snake stuff is coming out, and we've been on that. They ain't telling you about the scorpion, though. I'm not gonna say too much, because we're gonna try to leave this up. So we're not gonna go into that right now, but we already know we done went way deep into the peptides. We done went way deep into all that shit. We done went so far down the rabbit hole, I got rabbititis. I got the new one. I got rabbititis. How'd you catch that? Going in the rabbit hole?
I was eating raw rabbit.
I wanted to go link with y'all. Yeah, man. Yeah, all you gotta do. This is all anybody got to do right now is say, I'm going to be there. The energy will make it available for you to be there. You may not be able to go up to the last minute and something happens where it's like, oh shit, I got the opportunity to go. You just have to have the ability to see the opportunities line up so you can go. You might be short on cash, but by that time you find some money somewhere, or it comes in your head. That is the universe. That is the energy. That is Jesus, God, Buddha, Allah, whatever you believe in. That is that's another cat. Like, what is going on? Like, did somebody dump cats on the highway? I don't know. That's another
Johnny
cat.
Catsy.
You know, so if you run into some money, that is the universe, that's the energy blessing you to put that money aside, and you can go to the next thing, whatever it happens. Me, I'm going to manifest that we get together earlier and then September 11th. So 2 times, at least, at bare minimum. But you'll see me, you know, hey, you know, I'll be back with Will, rocking out. Look, there's a fucking another one.
Yo, it's every time I look down, I'm gonna stop looking at the comments for once. It's alright. I'm gonna stop looking at the comments, guys. We're gonna see these cats here. Are you guys seeing these cats on the comments?
It's like
here?
the guts of the cats now. It's like they're spread all over the front, but I can tell it's a cat.
Remember, what was that, a few months ago when the freaking back of a trailer truck with the outbreak monkeys got let loose in New York?
Yeah.
So we got outbreak cats on the loose here on the highway, guys.
I don't know, that's weird, man. I literally seen about 9 or 10 cats just scattered across the road. Guts and all. That's weird. Haven't seen Cat Grease in a while.
Reese says they're a new sub.
Yeah, right.
How'd you find out about Yeah, right, the Matrix, Reese?
Yeah, Blink. Hey, man, we could all make it work. It ain't no problem, man. You know? We could all make it work. What the fuck? Hold on, I just thought it was like a... Hold on. Sorry, guys. There's like literally cats in the road. Like someone dropping cats out of, or they're jumping out of something's not right.
Yo, I'm tripping right now because I ain't even. Every time this guy's saying, I'm looking in the opposite direction like a comedy sketch. Like,
so yeah, share this video. Thanks. But new sub here. Props to y'all with no fear. All right, Reese. Shout out to Reese. Welcome.
Welcome to the gang. The feds will never forget you. What does that mean, Reese? How'd you find us, and what does that mean? I know the feds will never forget me. I could sit here for a half hour, 2 hours, tell you why the feds will never forget me, but why are you saying that? Are you
right here? Hot data. I know where we are. Hot data. So I know what the heck.
OKC vids. Oh yeah, the feds. Oh, so you're talking about OKC? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing.
So well, no more cats for right now. If I see a cat, I'll be like, look, cat.
We're in a cat-free corridor, so.
Oh, because we didn't cower down.
Oh yeah, we ain't never doing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not doing nothing, there's no need to be, you know. They realize after a while, they're like, God, these guys ain't doing nothing. Because believe me, the cops are, when guys come with when guys come in flexing their constitutional rights, you know, they were watching. But after a while, they didn't care. They knew we weren't any threat. They knew we were just, you know, they've been engaging with us. They've been talking to us. They've seen us talking nice with other people. They see we were non-violent, non-confrontational, you know. So it's like, they ain't here doing shit, you know. So that's what happens when you're dealing with the pure hearts. They can't figure it out, but they know they don't feel threatened. And that's the big thing. You had men there with full, you know, brothers there with flexing their rights. Nobody felt threatened, you know. So hey, man, it's all about energy. You could have 5 people come and they got a bad energy and everybody feels threatened, you know. So
hey, I'm glad you said that, Jesse, because by the next pit stop, I'm gonna take myself a couple minutes there.
Oh yeah, man, it's it's not 420 no more, it's 421.
Oh, it's 420
but it's still
somewhere.
420
in my heart.
It's still 420 in the Midwest.
Yeah, you know how people say every day is Mother's Day, every day is Kids Day, every day is Christmas for you kids. I spoil you kids rotten. Well, guess what, bitch? Every day is 420 for me.
That's right. But not for me.
But not for you, right? The Matrix.
Yeah, every day is 420, but different 420. Every day is the 6. That's the God. You know what I'm saying? That's the 9 upside down. So every day is 420.
Yep, smoking that maple leaf.
Oh,
Roll it up in a Justin Trudeau black face game suite.
Also, guys, there's no food shortages. As you can see, all these trucks lined up, parked for the night. They are rolling. The goods are coming. No need to worry. You're not going to find a parking spot at a truck stop. Look at over there. Look at this shit. God damn. Look at over there. They're parked over there, over here. God damn. So that lets you know your goods are coming, guys. So don't believe the hype just yet, you know. But these trucks are moving. And where'd we go? We went to one Walmart in OKC, and that shit was fully stocked.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know. Yeah, Goblin. All right. Anybody else got any questions? Because I'm about to get to driving. Did the clocks go? No, the clock didn't go back yet, did it?
Let me see.
Should have. I mean, we're in Indiana.
If we're in Indiana, it should be then. We're almost in Indiana, so it should be there.
Oh yeah, we're not in
Maybe
Indiana.
like a half hour or so.
Anybody got any comments, questions, anything like that? All right, shout out to you, Red Instrumental. Alex Jones led me on the path back in 2014 and found you guys good people. All right, there you go. Look at that. Shout out to Alex Jones for leading my man Timmy.
Yeah.
I mean, see? I mean, this is what I'm talking about.
And I was thinking about that the other day. It's like we're like the deepest level, and then after that, it's your own free thought. People other wake people up to other stuff, and then there's like the halfway people like Alex Jones and other stuff like that. And then when you get to us, we ain't picking no sides. We ain't no Democrats. We ain't no Republicans. Right. Nothing like that.
We're not no racists. We don't see color.
We're just trying to get you to think for yourself and inspire you to do something and join the cause non-violently. That's all that we're. Basically, I was thinking about what I am because people say, "Oh, Will, are you an activist? Or are you a protester? Are you a journalist? Or are you a YouTuber?" I'm basically a cheerleader. I'm a cheerleader. I'm a motivational speaker. Right. I'm trying to motivate you.
Exactly.
To get off your patootie. Most of the people we're talking to in the chat, y'all are already activists and doing things in your own right. This is going to the new people out there who you guys are sharing the videos with, so we can reach them. But I'm basically just trying to, because we just don't have the numbers right now, and so we're trying to build the numbers. And yeah, honestly, that's how I did it too. Like, I found out about something. I went online. I started looking stuff up, came across, of course, Alex Jones, David Icke, The God, rest in peace, Jordan Maxwell, Fritz Springmeier, rest in peace to Doc Markey, people like Leo Zagami, Michael Sarion, stuff like that. And then I just went, and then I started researching the stuff they said. And then I got the books, and then I just went down the rabbit hole. As long as you don't get stuck on that rabbit hole, you're good. You just got to keep going down that rabbit hole.
Yep. And fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. It'll come back. Oh, and just imagine if, okay, they said the max that we probably had at one time was like 50, maybe a little more, but it was probably a total of about 70 people showed up. But in a whole group, we were moving with about 50 at the most at one time. Just what if that number was 200? Could you imagine 200 of us together in a city going places.
And that's not that far
That's
off.
like a human convoy, like a human
Yeah.
walking convoy that people are going to notice and feel the energy. They're going to be like 200 people, all colors, no flags, no agendas, no nothing. That shit they never seen before. Like, you guys don't understand how powerful that is. That is pure power, because we don't belong to no group. We're all individuals with just a belief in we want to be left the fuck alone. You know, and we coming together because we're pretty much on the same wavelength at this point in time.
And that's not an unattainable goal by any stretch of the imagination. If we can get 50 to 70 people out,
200 next time,
and that was only
no
off of
problem.
one person's channel. If we combine and get these other truthers and auditors to join forces, I mean, imagine how powerful that would be. We start off in Providence, Rhode Island. We go to the State House. You can walk to Providence, Rhode Island in about 15 minutes. You walk through the downtown, you know what I'm saying? We spend a few hours there. Boom. Then boom, Boston. Boom, New York City.
New York City.
Boom. Imagine how powerful.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
You know?
And then we're gonna
everything's
wash
so
up.
close.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we could, I mean, you could do a few cities in one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're on the East Coast, you could do a few cities in one day. And we already have 50. Man, geez, 200 actually seems kind of easy to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get 500. Imagine 500 people.
Yeah, that would be
Public records request at the State House, standing there, being nonviolent, talking to people, handing out information,
Right.
handing out food and stuff like that.
200 people will be amazing. 500 people will be changing the energy of wherever we go. And 500 people will definitely get noticed. Like you wouldn't believe. You know, we would draw a lot of attention if there was 500 people. But I'm gonna shoot low. The next time, whenever we do 200 people,
September 11th, we need at least 1,000. Honestly, that's something that right, the Matrix and myself shouldn't even have to tell you about.
yeah,
Like, you just should already know.
Right.
Something like that every year. I mean, honestly, we shouldn't even have to tell you. Like, if you live in California or anywhere near that Bohemian Grove, we don't have to tell you. That shit happens every year. You just go to that. Council on Foreign Relations, you live in New York, United Nations, you just go. You just go to that, right? There's things that happen every single year, right? Just go. Whether it's the Republican, Democratic primaries, if it's near you, just go. You don't have to wait for us to tell you, but, you know, we definitely going to come together on these big ones.
yeah. I mean, it's just the time, man. But just imagine that many people, man. It'd be amazing. You know, especially when we show up at like a business, like an entertainment business, like, you know, to eat or to lounge or whatever. I mean, they would be so damn grateful. They'd be like, wow, I don't know who these people are, but, you know, they all just came here and they were great and they were just you know, it's just, wow, it's amazing.
And that's what we're
That
talking
shit
about.
is contagious, man.
That's what
They're
we're
going to want to know who we are, what we do, and they're going to be like, wow, you know, I thought that before, but I thought I was crazy, you know, and it's like, oh my God.
And people are followers too, like,
Yeah.
they go around with what other people say, and sometimes they know something, but they don't have the confidence because they don't see anyone else standing up and doing anything, and that's contagious. And that's what I was talking about earlier about building our own economy. Like, we always travel, or, you know what I'm saying? That's another great thing about Right, the Matrix, because I've been preaching this shit for a long time. But, you know, like, and sometimes I'm better at it than other times. But, like, if you go through, and we go through and do this, even if you just do it by yourself, and, you know, you go to a spot, like, instead of going to Subway, you go to Cafe 420, I mean, that money's being spent back in the neighborhood right there, you know? It's not like, it's not being spent on a marketing campaign to genetically modify you. So that's what you do to make those little simple things, those everyday little decisions. That's how we start building our own economy. And also how you do that is there's all sorts of people in the chat with different talents. Like, I can help you guys out with making a YouTube channel. I can help you guys out. There's a lot of things I can help you guys out with. And then there's certain people out there that have their own talents, and we start sharing our talents, and we don't have to rely on other people for that.
Exactly. We help each other out, you know. We forming a new economy, you know. We help each other. I'm like, oh, I do that. Oh, really? Oh, okay. And then next thing you know, you created a brother or a sister. So it's all there's no negative way to look at it. You know what I mean? If you're looking at it negative, it's just, man, you're just coming from a negative place, and it's just not your time. You know, you just keep watching, and hopefully, you realize it, and you're like, you know what, I gotta do this. So y'all seen the holographic medical pods? Goblin, I haven't. We all have our areas of expertise, absolutely. Based on the protests we've had here, there is some incongruence between how many people are reported to turn out protests and the number of the media. Oh yeah, the media, fuck the media. That's why you gotta do what Fake Mike Real does and own the media. That's what you gotta do. You own them. They run about it. I've never seen people run so goddamn fast.
And it's easy too, because every time you run up on the media, you just talk enough stuff, they're gonna leave. They're going to leave.
Yep.
And then you know they're going to leave. And then you say, can you please do me a favor and do the walk of shame? And they do it every time. They you tell them to kick rocks. This is our sidewalk. Don't come into our city, our town,
right,
spreading lies. Like,
right,
don't do that. You're not welcome here. So they'll think twice about posting up, and then pretty soon they're going to be running out of places to do videos from.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine if there's a new, like, an event somewhere, and people show up and say, look, you're gonna spin this event, like, why don't you cover up a real story, like news, like what, how many 4 news cars parked right next to a filmmaker who's made a film with some hardcore real evidence,
speaking to like 50 people,
talking.
It was the most
50
people at the memorial. Literally, the most people that were there in one group was us.
Yeah, and news media rolled up, unloaded, didn't even look at it.
Didn't even say,
like, what are you guys here for?
How's that for investigation?
Like, that is just crazy. And you guys probably saw it on go to Fake Mike Real News. You'll see it on his channel.
One of them ladies, she
fake tears.
They're fake crying. They're parking. Pulls over to the side of the road. Parks at a handicap spot. Doesn't even park right. Just walks off. These people are just oblivious. They think they're better than us. Right. And that thing is, too, it's easy to own the fake media, too, because you guys always know where they hang out. They're always in front of the courthouse, or they're in front of the police station, or in front of the state house, or if you know... Man, and plus, you know what time they go live at. They go live at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, 11, 10. So show up and make them kill their stream. I've done that, like, dozens of times. It's really easy. And then if you get a chance to, and some people are even stupid enough to say, well, you just calm down, I'm about to go live. And then they're like, oh my God, you're an idiot. You're telling me you're about to go live? Yeah. Then you just say, yo, guys, go hashtag Get Right the Matrix. Find Fake Mike Real News on all platforms. Hashtag Get Right the Matrix. Hashtag. I do that all the time. People are like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And they go and check you out.
Yeah. So, thanks for riding with us, guys. Also, thanks for riding with us, keeping us company on these dark roads. We're on the I-70. Yeah, thank you for keeping us company. We need to stay on social stations, yeah. So, oh man, but can't wait to see you guys at the next one. I know it's gonna be a big turnout, When Nova guys that stopped streaming made me wonder. Yeah, I mean, we all are skeptical about things, I mean, I wondered too. I'm like, is this guy just a fed and just, I'm like, I was just telling Will, I was like, did they just take us to that spot and like do a ritual on us or some shit? Me, I just always think.
You gotta stay that way. You gotta stay skeptical.
I think all kind of different angles. But he seemed, I mean, he obviously he has video. I mean, that's verifiable. The details he explained were like, yo, like this motherfucker, but hey, you never know. So, I don't know.
Thing is, one of the reasons, and I could be totally wrong about this. This is all speculation here. So, but one of the reasons I don't think he's a Fed is because he's not like a high-profile person. Like nobody even knows who this guy is. They might. Some people do know the film. They don't know his name, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, he may be, but it would seem like a waste of resources for them to do that to me. But you never know. They've got unlimited resources. It's your money.
And he said a lot of things that add up to what Zach's been talking about. So
honestly, like, I've watched those films twice. I've seen almost all the interviews he's ever done, and the other guy that made the film, whose name is escaping me right now, and he told us at the site that day, like, he's like, yo, like, we're not even trying to push a narrative here. We just showed the facts. They got the police reports, they got the crime scene photos, they got witnesses, they got video, and they let you make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? So I would encourage you guys to check out A Noble Lie and see what you think, because even if the guy is a Fed, if you can go verify some of the information, then that's good information. And if some of the information that you can't verify, remain suspicious and keep a skeptical, open mind on things.
Yeah, he just he showed us, like, he took us on a tour, showed us, like, where like, he explained the whole, like, scenario and how it didn't add up to anything. The police, it doesn't add up to the narrative. It was interesting, man. It was really because that was in '95. I was little. I never went back and really looked into it. The Timothy McVeigh thing. He even said that he believes that he's still alive.
Which shocked me, because I never heard that before.
He said the family basically requested the body.
Yeah, and they were shady. They didn't
give it to him. They gave him some ashes, and then he said 3 hearses left where they executed him at. The media wouldn't know which one. So it was interesting, man. It was definitely interesting. So I don't know.
The thing is, regardless of whether that guy's a Fed or not, what we do know is the events of OKC don't make a lot of sense. There are holes in the story. There are anomalies. There were reports of other bombs. One of the people out there had a sign who murdered Officer Yakey. Yeah. Officer Yakey, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of eyewitnesses and not just randos on the street. Some of them were highly esteemed members of quote-unquote society, right? So there's a lot of stuff that doesn't add up for that, and that's how it is on all these tragedies. All the stuff doesn't add up, and you're not allowed to question it, but you can put a flag on your truck and you can put a circle around your profile picture, and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. Some channels mirroring of Noble Lie documentary is the 25th recommendation when searching on YouTube search. For me, it's not high on the algorithm, not too far down from.
Okay.
So, again, thanks everybody for rocking out with us on this late night drive. And shout out to Mr. Will Turbot, Fake Mike, Real News. Check him out on his channel. Also, check him out on Auditing America, of course. And you guys know, they do a lot of teaching about rights. They capture a lot of things. And just some good brothers, man. I'm glad to link up with them. And it's been nothing but brotherhood. I feel like these are my guys, man. Like, like Will said, like I've known him for years, you know. It's kind of like family now, shit. So,
all right, who's still up with us here, guys?
you know, shout out to CPR Audits too, man. I met him. He's a cool ass dude, man. And it's just a fun. It's good, man. It's beautiful, man. You know, I had the opportunity to go out with them some audits, and you know, I just never upload the video. See, me, I'm not a what do they call it? I'm not a clout chaser. You know, I could have been on Auditing America, you know, when I'm going out with them, sharing, trying to get, you know, it's not what I'm not about that. I'm about linking up, and then that's it, man. Getting this frequency and bringing it together, bringing this energy together, you know. So, you know, I could care less about, you know, trying to, you know, some people link with people like, oh, look, yeah, I want to get views, I want to build my channel. Me, I don't care. My channel's gonna get deleted anyways. What do I care? You know, I care more about, you know, them than their channels than my own channel. You know, so see my video Illuminati confirmed when y'all get a chance. Okay, Cuts. Check out Cuts' video. Well, it's always been a pleasure. You've always been very kind. All right. Thanks, Richard. Goblin, Angel, Reese. Shout out to Reese, who's new to the channel. So, Reese, go over to Fake Mike Real News. Go over to Cuts One. Subscribe to, you know, whoever's out there. Shout yourself out, man. I'm doing this, you forget, you know. Shout out to Sons of Sons of Perdition. He's out there always dropping that dope ass information too. You know, got a chance to link up with him. You know, you guys saw it during a live stream. You know, I met him during a live stream. Crazy. Synchronicities are crazy. And we met at Corona and Delmar Street. Believe that shit? We met at Corona and Delmar Street. Like, ain't that some shit? That's crazy. It's just how this shit works, y'all. I can only explain it, and that's all I do. But yeah, Truth Virus, Wise, Wake Up, it's 1984. You guys already subscribed to Zach. Just everybody. Gematria Family, go to Free to Find Truth. You'll find everybody on there. Whoever else is on here with a channel. Shout out to Chigozi, you know.
Okay, Doug, you coming to NYC? That's what's up.
Yeah, Doug, thanks. We will see you there. We're gonna be rolling deep in New York City.
Go through Times Square.
Go to Rockefeller Center. Drop some jewels. You know. I mean, yeah, man. There's so many different things that we could do.
Go by Epstein's mansion.
Go in the Liberal Park. You know, maybe have a nice, you know, conversation. Because he's always, you know, in that area, walking around doing streams and shit.
Oh, snap. Mexican Righteous. What up, player?
What's good, Mexican Righteous? You know, subscribe to his channel, too. He's got a channel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, subscribe to Mexican Righteous. Matter of fact, I think I was subscribed until my channel got deleted. So I'll probably have to redo that again. Yeah. So we need to be rolling New York City deep, and if something comes up before that, same thing. I believe it'll happen before that also. You know, that shit. You know.
That's right. That's a good channel. Cops checking out public servants. It's a good channel too. And that's what we need to do. We need to come together, whether we're the anti-cootie shop people or the auditing, the truth community.
Flat Earth community, you know, the Christians, you know, everybody. You know, it's time. Everybody's getting fucked with, but we're people are still divided and arguing with each other, you know? So,
you know what, Aussie girl? I hope you're, you know, maybe not. I don't know. I hope that's not the case, but, you know, that's very possible.
China's down like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, you don't want to know my opinion. That's why I say we need to, like, get together sooner. Because, you know, I mean, they're going to try it, but they're going to do something else, man. They didn't have over 1 million people come through that border for no damn COVID. All right, they're not doing that. All right, they got a different plan for us. Okay, everybody else is going to be cold. You know, they're going to be at the, you know, the Mr. 19. You already know. They ready to go. For us, they got something different. All right, they're going to pull that card. All right. We got big dates coming up. May 1st is the end of Ramadan, and then you have May Day coming after that, which is you know, their day. And they're going to pull that card. They planted the seeds already today with evacuating the capital, airplanes. Then they had the Manhattan blowing manhole covers off, and then they had the subway shooting. So that lets me know that something's planned, and it's going to involve some type of staged events around the nation, and it's going to be, you know, these extremists, and you're going to see you're going to see somebody that's been, you know, it's going to be a Bin Laden type that's been radicalizing these people for the past 20 years. That's coming. We already know that's coming. You know, and Biden's a part of it, so we will see that, you know, before an election, which we're already into the half of 2022. So, you know, whether it'll be this year or next year, that's coming. You know, and then all these guns, they're finding all these guns, and they're all the same guns. You know, just hit the Google search. They're finding these ghost guns, which are handguns. They're all the same color. So they're being, you know, they're turning up. You know, you got also the pin is I don't know how the pin is being able to be sold and go viral. There's people showing out to put the pin in a 9mm and a Glock, and it's fucking machine gun handgun. You know, I mean, this could be the whole kicker to ban handguns. You know, they got this pin that you can, you know, modify the gun, and that shit's full auto. I mean, the shit's viral on YouTube. Like, how are they allowing that? I mean, I don't get it. You can get deleted for, you know, talking about something, but you can make it a so-called illegal, you know, you got a right to bear arms, but it's illegal. And they got this pin, you put in a 9mm or a Glock, and that motherfucker's full auto. So
now with ghost guns, I mean, the White House trying to move against ghost guns, but too bad, bitch, you can't move against ghost guns. Shall not be infringed. And we have the technology now that...
truck off the road.
Oh, man.
FedEx. Somebody's not getting their package tomorrow. Hopefully they're all right. I think they
just missed a poll, too.
Right.
But yeah, they're not going to be able to handle that freedom, because we're all going to be able to print guns out of basically not much, and they're not going to ever know about it. It shall not be infringed. Any gun law is an infringement on the Second Amendment. So, and of course we're nonviolent, but you know, it's your right to defend yourself. Even Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr. Were staunch advocates of self-defense, as is any good mind. I finally saw one of the cats on the right-hand side. That was weird.
You saw it?
I saw one on the right-hand side. That was crazy, yeah.
Still seeing dead cats. Like, yo, what is up with that? So apparently in Indiana and Oklahoma, it rains cats and dogs, literally. All right, sorry, we lost a little connection there. But let me know if I'm back. So, but yeah, they gotta ban these guns because They're not, you know, hey, we didn't create the fucking 3D printer. This y'all sick and twisted ass invention. So if we keep, well, I mean, we can make a goddamn gun. We gonna make a goddamn gun. I mean, you know, so what do they need to do? They gotta regulate it. They gotta put in laws. They gotta, you know, because you could literally just make a gun and you got a gun. You just go buy the bullets and you could fire. It's not good for the, you know, good old daddy government.
If you can print your own self-defense, why do you need to call the cops to show up half hour late and have a 98% chance of not solving the crime?
Yeah.
That's right. According to a major study that surveyed over 50 years of police's own data, they found out that police only solve 2% of major crimes.
What does that say? And you know, ironically, what's this, Sean Day?
How much you want to bet they sabotage delivery and transport transit vehicles, aircraft, etc. People don't get where they have to go and don't get their mail in time, etc. So many tactics.
Yeah, and think about it. Why are they still keeping the...
Miss Blink says 3D...
Wait,
Sorry.
no, go ahead. What'd she say?
No, she said 3D sperm, men are in trouble. Oh man.
Think about this, guys. Why the headlines today? The mask mandates for transportation remains in effect. Only thing left. Why are they keeping those in play? Because that's where, if you're an illegal, those are your modes of transportation through mass transit. So what better way to move these people around than have them all masked up? Think about it. Amia Wise talked about this in the stream, but these masks, you know, BLM, same shit. Antifa, face cover, they can move covertly. And think about how, hell, still mandated all public transportation across the United States. That lets me know, well, there's a lot more than just commuters moving around. We know that. So, just something to think about, man. You know, these people are psychopaths to the highest order. So, just like you see liberal people and those people who say, fuck you, I hope you die of COVID. They've been manipulating the minds of the masses overseas to hate and chant death to America. For over 20 years, they've been training hundreds and thousands of people to come over here and do whatever. And they've created followers and leaders. So when this shit pops off, your TV's gonna come on and there's gonna be some Allah, you know, in the cut, talking about death to America. We love you, you know, but, you know, the government and Trump and race and this and that, you know, I mean, this is what you're gonna see. So, but
someone's asking about China gas situation.
China?
Yeah, China has a decent amount of gas. I think they're
good.
They're 10th in the world, I believe. Let me just Google it.
China's good. A lot of stuff you guys are seeing about China is straight propaganda. I know somebody that is fresh over here for 3 months that's straight from China. And I'd be fact checking and cross checking with her, right? And she knows this shit is propaganda. Says, oh no, this propaganda, same thing. So the same thing in the United States is the same thing in China. Like, oh, there's no one starving in the fucking streets. I mean, yeah, there is people starving in all streets across the world. But it's not, you know, people are starving in the streets for food. No one's going to be screaming, the stupid ass videos they got on the fucking internet that going viral. People screaming, No, if people are that hungry, they're not going to be screaming. They're going to be going looking for food. There are going to be other people screaming in pain and agony because their shit got taken. So don't be believing that dumb shit. because when desperation sets in, you're not going to hear any screaming like from the people that are starving. You're going to hear screaming from people that's getting their shit taken because people are so hungry. They're panicking and they're going to fucking, take it from them. So, don't fall for the okie doke. Hot tub, you need it. Goddamn right, I need a hot tub right about now. All right. Can't see me. Again, man, shout out to everybody. I think I'm gonna go another little while. I don't know why the stream says 49 minutes.
I know. I feel like 4 hours and 45 minutes.
It went down because it was over like an hour. It went like the time
Yeah,
changed.
that doesn't make any sense.
Probably when I came back after it died.
Oh, yeah, but it still feels longer than 45 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely does. Well, anyways, guys, shout out to all you guys. Again, shout out to Zach for bringing all this shit together, and I'm sure we'll do a stream and probably go on his show and talk about the shit and see what we can do and come up with. And Zach's a hard worker, man. You can see it on him. You can see the frustration, the work ethic, the tiredness. I mean, honestly, he needs a break, man. I'll be honest, he needs a break, man. He really works hard, and he puts a lot into this,
Yeah, Miss Blink, you're asking about the gun situation in China. That's a big negative. I mean, there's a very infinitesimal slice of the population that are allowed to own weapons outside of the military and law enforcement in China, but the majority, that's it. I mean, it's like
no
less
guns.
than 1% of 1%.
Yeah.
The average, 99.9% of the average citizen cannot carry a gun or own a gun in China.
Can't have no gun in China.
Do you think Winnie the Pooh would give him the tools you need to defend yourself? No.
What?
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, people are like, Will, why are you bringing up Winnie the Pooh? A few years back, Xi Jinping, the president, in heavy air quotes, quote unquote president, dictator for life, Xi Jinping got mad because everyone was saying he looked just like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
And then so he banned Winnie the Pooh from China. The name Winnie the Pooh, the image of Winnie the Pooh.
What?
Yes. So Xi is actually Winnie the Pooh, and he gets so butthurt about a cartoon he can take a joke. That's why the First Amendment is so powerful. That's why it's so sad to have to remind these cops, like, yeah, the reason we have the First Amendment is so we can make fun of you and Donald Trump and Joe Biden. You can't do that in other places. You can't do that in China. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a gun in China. You can't make fun of Winnie the Pooh in China, or you go to jail. So it's especially incumbent upon us people that live in places like the United States to flex our rights so hard. I talk to people from all over the world online, and they'll be like, we're really relying on you guys. We can't say much. We're out of fear out of our government. We don't have, like, some people will be like, yo, they'd be talking to me from internet cafes in South Africa. They'd be like, Will, I can't go live streaming on my phone. I can't afford a phone. Like, you think there's service out here, dog? So it's like they're waiting on us. We have to do it. You know what I'm saying? The eyes of the world are on people that have some freedom, and it's you gotta use what you have, because there's people that are counting on you to use that. They're relying on us.
Right. Again, shout out to all you guys.
I mean, who's going to speak on behalf of the people that are literally locked political prisoners in China or the United States? They can't do it. So it's our responsibility to do that. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Right. Damn, I just put it in next destination. 333.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, wow.
So, but yeah. Shout out to all you guys, and
Yeah, we just passed the time thing.
Bend over. Oh yeah, we did. It just switched.
Yeah.
Bend over. He was out there, right? You sure?
I don't know who Ben Dover's real name is, and I don't want to dox him, but maybe the first name would be fine. I don't think there's a problem with the first name, but I think so.
I don't think I got a chance to talk to. If Ben Dover was there, I heard they were there, but I didn't get a chance to speak with them personally one-on-one, and I wanted to apologize. If that was him, somebody said that was Ben Dover, because the name is hilarious to me. Him and Holden Two Dicks is just the funniest names ever. Yeah. And I didn't get a chance to speak with him, and just wanted to apologize to him. So, shout out to my man Chris.
Shout out to Chris, man. He's a great guy, new friend.
Yeah, good guy right there. You know, he got a nice glaze. He's probably gonna be peeling, but you know,
it'll be worth that peel though.
Yeah, and I'm
sure he doesn't regret that.
Right. Shout out to Sean, both Seans. Sean from Tennessee, and then the other Sean's from Tennessee, isn't he? Yeah, they're both from Tennessee.
Lee's from Tennessee. Lee and Sean are from Tennessee.
Okay, yeah, Lee and Sean are from Tennessee.
I may have.
I'm bad with names.
Yeah.
You know. So, and then shout out to the Angels, both Angels. You know, that was rocking out with us all. You know, all weekend. It's good to have feminine energy around, real feminine energy, not the feminine energy that, that's, the wrong feminine energy. And
shout outs to Hassan, shout outs to Zach from Gematria Effect News for putting it all together. Yeah. Angel Baby, Angel Z, shout outs to Anna, who was a silent assassin on the bowling, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Chris. Shout outs to RPM Trey Vietnam, find them on all platforms. Shout outs to Cafe 420. I'm gonna miss some people because I can't possibly remember all of them, but shout outs to Alex Winters too, especially for saving us out there more than one way. Just a great dude. Like
you're talking about the Jesuit, what do I call him?
The Jesuit megaphone.
The Jesuit megaphone guy. I mean, this guy, he's cool as shit, man. Like, if anything was to pop off, he's the first one to have somebody tasting the pavement. Guaranteed. He's the first one that's going to stop any bullshit that's around. I could just tell. Good guy.
And it's not going to come to that, but
no, it won't come to that. But
you could tell that would be the case.
It would be like the first guy to say, "No, it's not happening." It's just no. We're non-violent, of course, but that's just how we are. But
yeah, so Alex, man, saved me on a couple of occasions. Great dude. I can't wait till he starts his own channel. I want to help him out with that. Shout outs to Daria.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Lee. So many new people. Also, shout outs to
Kayla Decoder.
Kayla Decoder. That's right.
We was out rocking out with her last night, man. She's so cool and kind and sweet and just great. And Teresa and Semi, I'm sorry I butchered your old name. Kayla Decoder got the dopest phone ever.
Yeah.
She almost lost it because she almost left it in my car. And I was like, I'm about to, no. She's got the dopest phone ever. And shout out to her. I wish I can go that route. But yeah.
Shout outs to Frank. Shout outs to James. Shout outs to Rob, who was there. Chilling. I met so many awesome people. Who else? I'm trying to remember who else. I'm gonna forget
from Dallas. What were their names?
Oh yeah, Vitamin Steve.
Vitamin Steve, boy.
And his wife.
And
shout out Quinny, to them. The Michiganders, of course. You know what I'm saying? Jacozy.
Yeah.
All the Seans.
Shade Divine. Showed up. So
a lot of people, and that's not even all the people.
And this is the thing. Most of the people that showed up aren't in the comment section. That's the weird thing that we all realize is literally it was that point where everybody that showed up, you ask them, what's your name? Oh, I don't comment. I don't really comment. And it's like, wow, it was a strange thing, but it's much appreciated. So Yeah. Thanks, Richard Snell. Richard Snell. Alleged tied to the 83. Oh yeah.
He's the guy that
Yeah.
died on April 19th.
Yeah. What was it for the bombing in 93? 83.
I think he was a serial killer.
To blow up
yeah.
the OKC
But he was
building.
involved in the original plot in 83. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little vague on that. Quite
Yeah, it's
frankly.
not. I don't know nothing about that. So. Well, I'm about to get ready to. As soon as it hits 60, I'm gonna get ready. We're gonna start closing it out. So, thanks for riding with us, guys. Yeah. So that's the recap. I'll probably do another one another time, and then we'll talk about it. And we'll get back to business. Get back to business. Get back to exposing the agenda and doing what we do. You're welcome, Blink. Doug P. Yeah, we're gonna clock out too, Doug. Thanks for watching. Goblin Life, peace to you. Peace to everybody who sees this later. Love you guys. Let's see who else. Cuts. Shout out to Cuts. Peace to you, Cuts. Shit, it's still what? 10. Shit, it's still what? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in Cali? You still got half the night left. Shout out to Deanne. Shout out to Angel. Reese. Thank you, Reese. So, new subscriber. New sister coming along. I don't like to use the word subscriber. I like to use brother and sisters, because that's what we are. Aussie girl, thank you, Aussie girl. Oh, it's 10:57 in Cali. Yo, throw some of that time. Let's time warp. Throw some of that time our way. So, yeah, we're about to log off, y'all. You want to say anything before we log off?
Yeah, support Year Right the Matrix. Make sure after this you share.
Wait. Support Fake Mike Real News.
Support Fake Mike Real News. Find me on all platforms. Fake Mike Real News. Much appreciated. But also subscribe to Year Right the Matrix. Subscribe to all the people that are there.
Thanks, Sean.
In the chats. Find Year Right the Matrix on Instagram. Yeah. It's at _right_the Matrix on Instagram. Year Right the Matrix on Twitter. Keep up over there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. You guys got tomorrow to let your bosses or your employers or whatever the situation is make plans for September 11th, 2022. Yeah, Right the Matrix said, we'll probably be getting together before that, but regardless, count on that. Tell people and start inviting people. I'm going to be making a Facebook event for that, so start telling people what's up, sharing it with other people, letting the other Truther channels know. Get prepared, make plans for September 11, 2022, non-violent rallying at Ground Zero.
Right. So, all right, y'all, man. Peace and love, and we'll see ya very soon.